Yo, what's up, boys? Did I literally just fail with the thing? Yo, what's up, boys? Yeah. Okay. Dino Nuggies. Okay, so this stream I'm thinking of mining diamonds. Well, they did a bunch since last time. I think 12 should do me good. Now I'm gonna start a diamond mine. I'm gonna check Discord real quick. Oh, you're on this VC? Nice.
Yeah, I came here.
Yeah, the server's online. Huh, you made another portal? Well,
yeah, we went to the nether.
Might as well go to the
Yesterday.
nether. Might as well go to the nether since I am here. I'll go back out. Just want to see what the spawn looks like.
Our nether
This is a
adventure is
horrible
actually
spawn.
a perfect example of why it's perfect to have all of us streaming it.
Oh, you died?
He died.
Wait,
And
why did it spawn me back at the bottom?
on my end, it looked like all this stuff burnt in the lava. But on his end, you can see he was nowhere near the lava when he died, so... From both ends, it looks completely different, and it's really cool to see.
Nice. Okay, Isaiah. Apparently it spawned me all the way at the other nether portal, so...
Yeah, it's been doing that.
You want me to break
That's
it?
why... Yeah, if you can. I hate portal linking. It is the worst addition from 1.16.
I mean, it's not an addition. It's been there since 1.15. And
I actually didn't know
before. Just notice it in 1.16 because that's a nether update. So you go to the
All I
nether
know
wall.
is that I preferred it a lot more when it was just your portal brings you back to the portal you went through.
Yeah. I despise portal linking. They should fix that in the next update. Okay. I broke it. You should be safe to go in the nether now. Now
I think you have to wait 5 minutes for it to... Or not 5 minutes, but like 30 seconds to a minute, I think it was, otherwise it'll just remake that portal. I don't know, it was something stupid like that.
How low did you go when you made this portal?
That was Bob. Bob made that one.
Oh, Bob's gay. And I was gonna go diamond mining, but I want to make a mine at my house.
Yeah. I don't know what to name this stream.
What do you want to name it? What is my brightness? Bright? Well, let's check. Do I have any views? I had to when I started.
And I'm live now.
Nice.
Let me just pull up my stream so I can check the delay.
What Y level is the normal ground at, Isaiah?
Usually it's around 60 to 70. Let me go outside and check.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep on mining then. Bob really shouldn't have made that nether portal.
Yeah, it's 69 at our base.
69. Nice. You know, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Unless you have the power to, like, teleport me there. But I'm not gonna do that. Yep.
I don't even have that ability because I didn't op myself.
Yeah, me neither. I hear sheep. Where did Bob go? Isaiah, can you tell me the chords of our base?
Yeah. It's 85, 85.
The heck? He went 300 blocks away. Might as well just do this real quick. Break, pickaxe, yeah. Don't want some rusty old tools in my inventory. Watch this epic dive. Yep. You know what happens when you throw a baby in the water? Oh, I was going the wrong way. You know what happens when you throw a baby in the water?
It drowns?
It dies. Yep, good joke.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you were talking from experience.
No, I was talking. Have you seen the meme?
No.
There's a meme where it's like, do you know what happens when you throw a baby in the water? It fucking dies.
I haven't seen that one.
You're not a meme lord like I am.
No, I'm not.
At least I'm not a Reddit meme lord. Do I have... auto jump was on, that's why it's moving so weird. Yeah, now my jumps are precise. If you use auto jump, then no offense, but
That's kind of gay.
But I'm gonna say offensive things to you, you know? It's just business.
Is this your second part?
My second part on the Dream I mean the... what? I wish.
Yeah, is this your second stream?
Yeah, on the Poopy Butt SMP. I wish
Yep.
it was the Dream SMP. That would be lit.
That'd be pretty spicy.
You get so much clout. Hey, I'm here.
Nice.
I hope the chicken's finished cooking.
This is my fourth part. Because me and Nalby have done 2 in between.
Okay, nice. Okay, let's start a diamond mine. So, by the way, I named the stream that I'm doing after the Mine Diamond song.
Nice.
I should probably bring an extra pickaxe.
Yeah, I usually forget to do that and then it screws me.
Oh, is it still on hard?
It should be.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know
We ain't
why it's
no
on hard?
babies.
You know why it's on hard?
'Cause we're
Like your
men.
mom last night.
I don't think my mom has the parts required to be hard.
I mean, I hope not. But to be honest, it would be weird if you knew that for sure, Isaiah.
You know what? You got me there. That would be pretty sus.
Yeah. Doop, doop. You added the sleep thing?
Yep. For everyone watching, that is the only plugin we are going to be using on this.
You should
'Cause it's
set
just
it to
too
where
hard to get.
insomnia is off.
Yeah, but how would we get phantom membranes?
We don't need them. Because we don't get Elytras, the end is banned, you know?
They're only used for Elytras?
Yeah.
I thought they had something else they did.
Nope.
Oh.
They're only used to
Oh,
fix
Albie's
Elytras.
watching. He says my mic is low.
Your mic is low?
Yeah, let me...
Well, you be acting like me.
turn the mic up, turn the other volume down. How is this? Is this any better?
Actually, yeah, that's a lot louder. This is louder than you've actually ever been.
I don't know why it does that.
Well, mostly it does that because you're kind of quiet. Just in general.
Well, yeah, but like the mic has just been going quieter recently for some reason. Yeah, they're used for more than just a leaf. You can make potions with them.
What potions? Slow fallen?
Yeah.
I guess making potions of slow falling can be good. Eventually.
Yeah. Alright.
I like doing spiral staircases in mines for some reason.
Spiral staircases are nice. It's better than a normal, just straight line.
I'm not gonna go into any caves because this is hard mode and I'm used to playing normal because speedrunning that.
I didn't even think of that. I think the one time I tried speedrunning, I did it on hard.
Well, normal is usually what people speedrun it on. I think that's the official speedrunning version.
For some reason I expected them to use easy.
No.
I think I'm gonna mine for diamonds in this episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You copying me?
No, I just already named the stream Diamonds, Diamonds, Diamonds.
Well, I named my stream Mine Diamonds, All Mine Them, and I scheduled it earlier. Before you even started.
I just named it Diamonds because I couldn't think of anything else to name it. Might be nice to have more diamonds than just the one that I used for a shovel.
Hold up, my Zoom meeting looks like it just started.
Teachers should really get together and force the school association to use Discord for that stuff.
Really?
You know how much more efficient that would be?
They have a Discord server for the spam robotics, but like, I don't think that would be good for school. Because you can't exactly control everything. You know, your kids would be able to share their screen. Actually, you can set perms.
Exactly. Like on Zoom, my mom is actually, she changed jobs, so she's teaching now. And she was complaining about how on Zoom she can't mute
I thought you
specific
said you
kids.
didn't have a mom.
I do.
Cancel him, go to nah.
No, she was complaining about how on Zoom you can't mute or deafen specific students.
Yeah, you can. Even I know that.
I wouldn't know because I'm not in school, so I don't use Zoom, so I'm just gonna assume that you're right and that she's dumb.
Yeah, no, we already know that she's dumb. We don't need anything to tell us that.
Hello, mother. If you ever watch this,
He's
You're
not
dumb.
sorry. I already have 31 iron, Isaiah. That's nice.
I had a bunch of iron, but I had to use it to make Albie a new set of armor when he died in the nether.
I hit a dirt vein, so it's so easy to mine down.
I just
so
found a
close
whole
to
underwater
diamond
cave.
I'm
This
close
feels
to
like a
diamond
tease for
level.
what 1.17 is gonna be.
Really? Yeah,
I know
can't
it's just
wait
a
for
generation
1.17.
thing, but
Okay, as soon as I get to diamond level, I'm gonna go back up in my mine. So, you know, I don't have to
I got diamonds.
make more pickaxe. You got diamonds?
I got diamonds, at least 4. But they're in
Nice.
this water cave, so I don't know. Ow. My helmet just broke.
13, let me go down. 2
I just-
more.
I broke my helmet on a magma block.
Okay, that's the direction I'm gonna mine. Now let's go all the way up, you know?
It's an 8 diamond.
You know what else is 8?
Bob's mentality.
Yeah. This is the
Bob, if
weirdest
you're watching this in the future,
staircase I've
I'm
ever
not
made.
sorry. What, a spiral?
No, it's not just a spiral, it's more. And I got a lot of coal. So you said you broke your helmet?
Yeah.
Here, I'll make you another.
I was standing on a magma block to keep my
Come here.
air.
Come here.
I'm coming up. Really gotta put stairs on here.
Where are you at?
I'm in the mine inside of our cave base.
I swear I saw a creeper.
I'm gonna be sad when I abandon my room that I made.
I found you. Get that.
Why, thank you, sir.
Yeah. gonna make like 2 extra. 1. 2 extra pickaxes. There we go. What time is it of the day? That's okay. I'm gonna collect some of the eggs and throw them.
It's sunset.
It looks like none of those eggs were correct. Watch me get it first. No, the Zoom call blocked my view. Stupid Zoom call, get out of
Hey
here.
everyone, we're just waiting for George, and here he is, man of the hour.
Alright, I'm gonna mine some Moby now.
Hold up.
Greetings, George.
Sound settings.
We're glad you're here.
Can I like Zoom? There we go. Can you hear me?
James, I'm going to put you as co-host because I have another meeting at
You
7
sound
o'clock.
a lot quieter.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that so my Zoom teacher was quieter.
Oh.
Hey, everybody.
I can hear you
Hey,
alright.
George.
Yeah, you can hear me nice. It's 'cause Bob and Albie aren't here. Mostly Bob.
Yeah, I just had to turn your volume up on Discord to 120.
All right, James, I got you as
But
co-host.
it's a lot
I
less
believe at
quiet
7
than last
o'clock
time.
for a FRC meeting, okay?
Isaiah, don't mine into my mine, okay?
I will not.
That would be touching mines, that's
You were pretty close to the underwater cave I found.
yeah, but I'm not gonna touch mines. What do you think I am?
I think the ravine we had found was over here. Yeah, but there's no Obi down there. Because he killed you and it was a dick move? Because he deserved it?
Alright, it is 6:30. We'll give a couple more minutes, I guess, for everybody to get here. How's everybody doing tonight?
So you had to kill Bob to...
We're doing pretty good, George. So, busy day.
Yeah. Busy can be good.
make things right?
Yeah, the Global Innovation team last night gave up some really good questions to ask, and we're going to send out a survey.
I mean, I think it was fair either way.
Tomorrow morning, so everybody can put their input in.
Shouldn't have killed you if he didn't want to die.
Thing?
Yeah, so we're going to make it through social media and through all of spam, so we get a good survey of what people are looking for. And,
cool.
yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a really cool game.
Anybody else care to say hi? It's going to be a very long meeting if nobody talks.
Hello.
Hey, Steven. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
can't complain, man. Every day above ground's a good.
George, I put you on share screen, so if you need to share your screen,
Yeah.
you're good to go. Okay.
I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and do. Let me do. Maybe we'll see. I think so,
Okay.
but we'll see.
I can eat during the Zoom call because my mic doesn't have to be on. Whatever. Speaking of eating, I'm like one of the quietest eaters you've ever heard. Isaiah, have you ever heard me chewing?
No.
Exactly. I was eating dinner last night on this call.
Oh,
Yeah,
people
Lizzie, I will
who
be
eat
shocked
loudly are
if
icky.
I get through this 2 hours without my dogs asking for some attention. We'll see. How
It's
is
even worse
how
if
is the
they're
puppy
like
over
Bob
at the
and you can
Joneses?
practically
Last
hear
night?
them moaning over their food.
No, you can hear him moaning over other things.
Oh, he's perfect. I like him better than I like the kids. So.
Wow.
He's hanging out on the couch, so he's very, very easygoing puppy. He just
Okay,
hangs
that
out.
was a horrible spot to look for lava.
I literally found a whole lava thing. Whole lava pool. Isaiah,
That's pretty nice.
why were you...
I have one down there, but
Mine
it's
are
in
also
a
easygoing
water cave, and I
until
don't
a
want to
critter
deal
comes
with that.
around, and
I
then
want to
they
get
are
obsidian so I can make an enchantment table.
Oh, I
Tasmanian
hate
devils.
obsidian.
Squirrels, moles, rabbits, whatever critter, they just.
I
it
am
must
coming
be-
for a
it must be
visit.
ended.
Mailman.
You'll see the staircase.
No. People they love.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I quite
I
enjoy the
actually
spiral design of it.
had a conversation with the vet about it one time because Curie, her nails, if
Or
they
the
get too
slight
long,
spiral to
and
it.
she's like chasing after something, she'll like get them caught on whatever branches, furniture on the porch if she's chasing something down, and so they're like, yeah, that's like it's the prey
I
instinct.
don't think my mom
This breed was
does
made
that.
for hunting, and that's what it is. Any small
You know
creature,
what? Fair enough.
Want to hunt it down.
You got me there.
I think our puppy is just made for like lounging. I think he's made for royalty. He just
good.
likes to hang around and do nothing.
Hello.
I like it. That's an easy animal.
Mark his territory. That's the only problem that he has.
Yeah, thank goodness these guys, they do not want to go in the house at all. So that's a good thing. They don't let me hear the end of it if they got to go outside. Very, very talkative, these dogs.
This should be the last OB I need. I think it's just 4 for an enchantment table.
All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and get started. So we have Lizzie, you're at least in chat. That's cool. If we can get, I mean, does everybody have microphone available, or is it a kind of thing where they can't even swing the microphone thing? Because a lot of this stuff is going to be like moving, ideas back and forth, and that's hard to do with a lag of typing. If we can just get anybody who has,
I think everybody just needs to be unmuted.
just
Unless
unmute,
there's noise going on.
mute in the session like this means I don't
Same,
want to
usually
be part
it's
of the
Alpy,
discussion,
Bob, or
my
Archer that
mic that works.
bring up
Yeah,
the
so-
conversations.
Please,
Go
it's
ahead
not
and unmute unless there's something happening.
it's not going to be the kind of thing where there's going to be 50 people in here and it's going to be hard to communicate, right? Like normal team meetings, everybody mutes so that main people can talk. This thing, we need everybody talking. We need to be sharing and moving stuff around and ideas and whatnot.
Well, you have Hayden and Lizzie and Hannah, Nathan, Sebastian, and Stephen Frank. So.
I was trying not to call people out though until I have
No,
to.
it's okay. I mean, you can see your names in the chat group. But yeah, I mean, they just
Cool.
go ahead and unmute and.
Yeah, if your mic works, unmute the mic. So.
And I'm not going to be talking, Hannah.
I have a mic, by the way.
Great, just leave it
Jesus
unmuted.
Christ,
We're
that
good.
is a
We're
lot
gonna have a
louder.
Nah,
conversation.
I got stuff going on in the background, so I'm muting.
Okay. Understandable.
My bad. I was making dinner, so it's kind of loud.
Okay. Yeah, if there's loud stuff in the background, I get it, but you know,
Yeah.
the point is going to be to have discussions, and that's can't do that one way.
Jesus, that was
It's gotta be a
loud.
two-way thing. All right. Let's go ahead and
Turn my volume up just so I can tell them on Zoom.
get going here. So I'll go ahead and share this. Share screen, application, this thing.
This is the strip mining strat. Normally I
Alright, everybody see that?
but it's best to do 2 blocks, and I'm trying to get diamonds today.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
2 blocks of strip mining.
Okay. So
Yeah, that
when
way
we
you
get started here, we're
both
going to take the
sides
first
of it.
few minutes. We're going to do this briefly. The last thing we talked about on
Okay, we gotta get
Monday?
working on some
Sunday?
bookshelves now.
Was going over some of these activities. I went through
have
and
the
gave
table.
each one of them a good look. And I like a few of them. I think they're going to really be useful to help us move forward and to help us generate discussion.
We had 2 sugar canes
some of the
growing,
ordering
but
I
I'm
don't
gonna
love.
move them.
I wish some things were done before other things, and so we'll probably flip these around a little bit as we move through. Today, I'd like to start off with this hats and glasses activity because it's corny, but
Nice.
it's useful, I think, at the same time. So we'll go ahead and work through that. It shouldn't take very long at all.
You could get yourself some
Um,
booties.
And then I think we're going to move down to
Not
what
that
makes a
kind of
game
booty.
good. Because I value the opinion of the people who are going to be judging who wins this competition. That seems good to me.
Alright.
And
We
then
got
what I would
5
like to do, and I
sugarcane
think
growing.
we'll use discussion prompts a little bit, and I think we'll use
Yeah, we had a.
I
I don't know. I
think
think
we'll use a little bit
it
of
was
their
either Meg or
developing,
Albie, but we had 2
using
sugarcane
specific
growing.
ideas a little bit. We'll use a little bit of their pieces, but we had some really good brainstorming the last time we talked about this. Not during the impromptu meeting after the team meeting, but
Albie has done a great
on
job
Sunday.
getting our
Um,
chickens and sheep growing up.
And I would like to take some of that brainstorming and start to organize that a little bit into ideas we can work with. And so that's going to be my goal for tonight, is to do this quick little intro activity and then talk about what their criteria are for this competition, and then start digging into some of those ideas. And while we're digging in, while we're organizing those ideas, we might generate more ideas as well. So that's my goals tonight. So first off, to give a summary of this hats and glasses activity, it's a great. You get these team building activities all the time. If you're ever in a new group working together for the first time, everybody has their own ideas on how best to facilitate teamwork. This is a really cool one. They call it hats and glasses. The short version of this TLDR is
I'm changing
everybody
the name of the stream.
who's in this room,
I
who's a
just
part of
changed
this
the
team,
title of the stream.
right? Everybody has hats.
It's
They
now
have
diamonds
roles
and bookshelves.
that they have on the team. All right. Some of
The
these
2 things
roles
I am doing today.
are
It's a very
formalized
creative title.
things you've chosen or been voted for, and some of these roles are informal things you've kind of assumed for yourself, areas of the
Nice.
team you've gravitated towards. And so your hats are simply your roles on this team.
I mean, if you
Spam
include Zoom
specifically
call, you
might be
get
your
the
roles
clout.
here on this little sub team.
If you include
for the
Zoom
game
call in
section.
the title, you could get the clout. of
Everybody
people
also
who
has
hate
glasses.
Zoom.
Glasses are the lenses through which you see the world, literally, when you wear them on your face. But in this case, glasses are some life experiences you bring to
Just
the
put it in the
table
tags.
that might give your perspective on a certain challenge a little more depth. And so some examples from our adult half might be work experiences, right? Some of your hobbies might come into it, your education, any classes you've
What?
taken, might bring into it, and your personal life, your personal relationships could help
Yeah.
shape how you view different challenges. And then sunglasses, limit to one. We don't want to be too negative, but pick something.
Yeah, I've noticed
some
that on my
kind of
end too.
dynamic
No one's
that-
watched
that
them live,
irks
but I've
you, that
gotten a
grinds your
couple
gears,
views
that your pet peeve,
afterwards.
you might say, right? Could be when people raise their voice, right? That's certainly valid.
That's a
it
lot.
could be when people are late. That is certainly a valid thing that bothers people sometimes. So we're gonna go through, and everybody who is comfortable doing the
Yeah,
activity,
I
I
think my highest
encourage
view count
everybody
is
to do it,
6
but I'm not going to force anybody
for
if they're not
at the same time.
I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's my idea, so I'll get started. So my name is George Wallace. My hats on this team. I am a mentor. I'm an alumni.
That's still good. That's really good.
I am
That's a good time.
the strategy and scouting mentor for the team. Warren and I have been doing
When I
that
had 6,
for
it was
years.
only for like
Woodrow.
5 minutes.
I bring, that kind of experience to what we're doing here, as well as during the early parts of the FRC season, I pride myself in being able to help guide the team through game and the game reveal and the initial brainstorming sessions there. So I'm a big fan of those parts of the program. I used to be a drive coach on the team, on the old team I used to work with, so I do have some experience on the competitive side as well. Although lately I've been more in the volunteer role at events, doing the game announcing on the field. My glasses, my life experiences. I have been working
I went on
a first
adventure
team
looking
in one
for
capacity or
sugar
another
cane.
since 98, excuse me.
Getting a bunch of gravel right now.
But it's a really, really, really long time.
Never have too many arrows.
I was a student on Spam back then, but I've continued on and done plenty of mentoring since. Some of it has even been good. My work experiences, I'm a small
true.
business
Owner
owner-operator. Definitely know how to work with a small
already
team
started a
of
forest
people
fire
to
on day 1.
accomplish very important, oftentimes sensitive tasks. I've come from a sports background in that I competed all the way growing up.
Forest on fire on your first day alive.
Middle school, high school, in team sports and individual sports, and so I kind of know about teamwork and accountability from that as well. My biggest hobby is first. I mean, this takes up so much time, but I also enjoy playing sports when I can.
Also did it right into the mic.
Working as part of a team. And I think that's kind of my perspective when I come at something. My education background is mathematics. Specifically loved when we got into some of the game design courses that I took, and game theory courses were just really cool.
Yes, it was.
Some of the dynamics I don't like for sunglasses. I think my biggest, I can pretty much work with anything. I'm kind of easygoing. My biggest pet peeve is when somebody owns up to something, and not that they say they're going to do it and they don't do it. It's when they don't communicate that they're falling behind, or they don't communicate that they're not going to do it. I guess lack of communication really gets to me, right? If somebody says, "Hey, I'm gonna have that thing done by Friday,"
since we're gonna update it to 1.17
not being able to
anyway, might as well get the hides.
But you probably knew Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday or something that you show up Friday and nothing happened, and there was no communication. That's bothers me a lot. I guess poor communication.
Pretty soon it's gonna get to the point where you die if you enter it.
My sunglasses. And there you go. That's my 3 minutes. Anybody want to go next?
That's what happened on the realm.
Not everybody at once.
I can go.
Great.
Hi, my name is Sebastian McCain. I guess the hats would be more mechanical team. So just
Rest in
building
peace,
the
Clark's
physical
realm.
aspect of the robot.
It
I don't
died
really get
just
into
after he left.
The electrical or programming, it's never been my thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the hats I have for team. For the glasses, I guess it's more like my hobbies. They've always been like working on cars and 4-wheelers, golf carts with my uncle.
I just made 56
Uh,
sticks, Isaiah.
Work experiences, nothing really
What are you
that
gonna use them
pertains
for?
to the team.
Torches.
But with education,
That's a
I
lot of
guess
torches.
it's a lot easier for me since I did like
That's like
JRTC,
200.
and it gives you like good leadership aspects. So it helps me
I mean,
how to manage
you're
my
making
time
a
really
dining
well
table and
with other things that
it
I have
wouldn't
going
make
on
sense for
other
you
than
guys to
just
stand
robotics.
iron things.
That is true.
Then I guess
People
for
who
the
do that
sunglasses,
is insane, you know?
it would have to be like people who like over who over like over exhaust themselves. Like they take on more than they know that they can handle when they could just delegate those tasks, but instead they cram them all in themselves.
Whoa.
Awesome. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Anybody else?
Are you sure the do your mom part is there?
I'll go to fill in the silence, though. I can't think of any sunglasses at this point.
I don't think I've ever seen
Right
you
now,
angry or
I
frustrated, Dawson.
have one.
Yeah, well, most of my anger and frustration that I do ever
No.
portray is as a joke.
Albie might still be watching.
Very satirical.
Yeah, you're super chill.
Yeah. And so my hats.
I
I'm
don't.
a veteran member on the
I think
team.
Albie might still be
I'm,
watching.
the sole pneumatics team member because I don't know what Luke's doing. He didn't really show up last year.
Probably
And
school
I'm
stuff
the
he has to take care of.
operator of Obi.
If I had to
And
guess.
then, looking at glasses, this will be my 3rd year in spam, so I got that. When it comes to leadership, I'm an Eagle Scout, so I had to do a lot of leading in my troop to get to that. So I'm used to delegating tasks to very rowdy individuals.
So he is
and
to
then
you.
education, if we're talking about, I'm good with thinking.
So he's to you what Archer
things
is
through
to
in a
me.
very step-by-step fashion. I really like math and all that jazz. And then sunglasses, I can't really come up with any, I guess.
That is also applicable.
I guess maybe when people commit themselves to things knowing that they can't fulfill them, committing themselves to things for the sole purpose to like not offend who they're speaking to. It's like if you're not able to do something, just say you can't do it. Don't lie and say you can and then never do it. And so that's my only sunglass that comes to mind.
Fair enough. Very good. Let's see. We haven't heard from Steven, Hayden, Lizzie, or Nathan, or Mr. James. If you want to chime in.
Okay, so I'm the team captain currently. In the past, been a lead mentor. Same amount of time as George, and so I'm an engineer.
Found a
engineering
village.
manager is my job.
Nothing really in here though.
And just in terms of sunglasses, I guess what kind of gets under my skin is when people kind of stand around waiting to be told instead of what to do, instead of looking for something that needs to be done or going and finding out.
Oh god, that is a nightmare.
Awesome. Stephen, Lizzie, Hayden, Nathan.
So
Yes, if you're
my name's
blind.
Lizzie, and I'm a part of Chairman's. I'm the communications person on the screen board, and
What about
I'd like
mute?
to say, I don't know why, but I always consider myself like the pin master. I don't know if anybody we haven't used pins since like last year, but like, you know, I
Gotta
really
get the
like
full
that
Helen
detail.
Keller experience in there.
And one like glasses for me would probably be the fact that I like math and I like to think of ways to solve things by using
Whoa,
stuff
hold
that
up.
like you can find around your house. Like I made I remember when I was little I used to make like trains out of boxes and pipe cleaners, so I like to think I just make stuff out of things.
If they can't
And
take a
one of
joke,
my
they shouldn't be watching
sunglasses
my
would
channel.
probably be when you're talking to someone or you're arguing about something and someone just starts yelling
That is also true.
for no reason when you're having an argument, and like basically you end that argument because that person just won't listen anymore. I think that's when it's important.
That
Yeah,
rabbit
that's good to
just
know.
jumped off a cliff and killed
Hopefully, we
itself.
won't get into too many shouting matches on the Zoom. It's
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll be able to limit that. But yeah, I can completely understand that. Hannah or Hayden or Steven.
Okay, hi, I'm
Hey,
Hannah.
maybe we can get some clout. We
My
can tag.
hats, I'm
We
the
can tag
lead
Jake
safety
Paul in a
captain.
video and go to that forest.
I do a lot of chairman's work. I'm one of the
Nice.
chairman's
Make sure to
co-captains.
mark the chords.
I do a bunch of stuff on the team. My classes, I guess. I fell out and first League League Junior for, my entire life. I've been on spam since basically birth.
Before that.
A lot of crap. Yeah, I know basically
She sent you
everything
a
via
Christmas card?
osmosis.
Noise.
And I'm good at stuff, I guess. Sunglasses.
No,
the things
because
that
we
really
don't
tick
do
me off
cards
is when
and stuff.
people just don't do what they're supposed to do. Like if someone's given a job and instead of being like, "Hey, I can't do this thing," they just don't do it. That annoys me.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Totally. Steven, I think you were gonna chime in.
I'll go. Okay, so my name's Steven Frank. My hat,
I'm just slaughtering
as of
more
right now, for spam,
bunnies
I'm a
mercilessly.
programmer. I just really this year want to learn
Is that
a
another
lot more
village?
than I knew last year.
I'm about to speak in Zoom.
And for the glasses, I'm a sophomore at South Fork. Really, my favorite class so far is science. I like building stuff. And then
Do they?
my sunglasses. I think I really just have to say
Fair
getting
enough.
yelled at. Like people just raising their voices.
I've never seen a house like this before.
Yeah. I had no idea you were a sophomore. That's awesome. All
That's
right.
cool.
And Hayden,
Or
are you
that.
with us?
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Hold up. I gotta turn up my microphone.
Nah, you're good, man. I got you.
No.
Coming to 11 player.
I'm turning up my microphone. Gotta do it. Yo, what's
There
up,
he is.
boys? It's me, your boy. They call me the cool kid. My mind went blank.
That's all right.
Yeah, so basically, I am here. Yep.
I like it.
And also, I just heard a cave noise in Minecraft.
What would you say your roles on the team are, Hayden, or at least the roles you want to have on the team if
Well,
if
right
it's
now
still kind
I'm
of early in
like,
the process.
what is it called? Like the building stuff role, the auto or whatever. I can't remember, but like, I'm just there doing
Mechanical?
stuff, you know.
Mechanical?
Yeah, boy, that's what I call it. They
you
call
go.
me the big mechanic. Nothing
Okay, and
small about
outside the
that.
team, what are some perspectives you bring to the team from the outside?
I got 20 subs on YouTube.
There you go.
Nice.
So
I'm
you're our social
streaming-
media guy.
I'm
Got it.
streaming right now. Minecraft. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And I really don't do much, to be honest.
That's all right. You have a game. It sounds like you have a gaming experience. Some gaming experience, right?
Oh yeah, I'm the big gamer. They call me the Clutch Master. They call me
So if
the
we're making a
Sneaky
game,
Gut.
good to have some gamers around if
Yeah,
you're gonna make a game.
I'm really good at gaming, and I also do
There you go.
Unity sometimes. When I'm
There you go.
bored, I do try to make games on Unity. I don't ever succeed at that, but I've done some stuff.
All right, very good.
But
You got
like-
some pet peeves, some things that bother you, or just one thing?
Pet peeves.
Yeah, something that bothers you about other people, or when they do something.
I'd rather not say them to insult people because I'm streaming right now.
Understandable.
Yeah, but like, about my gaming experience, if you want to know, I do speedrun, speedrun.com. Here we go. Yeah. I'll put a link to my speedrun.com account there. I play many different games, you know. I'm really good at games in general. Good at controlling, good reaction time, and I'm not good at paying attention to what's happening in the game sometimes. Because, you know, skill. Anyways,
That's alright.
I have so much video games on my mind right now, because I'm doing this stream. Like, I just found a slime chunk while I was mining for diamonds, and, like, I can't find it.
All of those words were in English, and I'm sure they're all very interesting to someone who knows the context. So,
yes,
yeah.
they are.
Great.
Anyways, see ya.
Right.
Okay,
so, yeah, I'm actually really pleased with the
was odd.
diversity we have. As far as, you know, so many people from different areas of the team coming together, I think that should really help our submission out from having so many different voices. So that is really cool. Okay, very good. Got everybody talking a little bit. Let's see. Quickly, very briefly, we can go over. These are some of the some terms they use elsewhere in the guide. They give like a vocabulary thing here. Some of these things I've heard called other things before, but these are the kind of terminology that they use to help describe their game design process here. Has anybody played billiards before, like 8-ball pool?
Over the span of half of a second, I started getting molested by like 12 different monsters.
A scenario or a game where as one competitor gains an advantage, their adversary has an easier opportunity to perform the task. It's an analogy to two pool players playing 8-ball pool. 8-ball pool, there are, you know, a number of 10 balls out on a pool table, and one person is trying to hit all the solid colored ones in, and the other's trying to hit all the striped ones in. And as one of the competitors clears the balls from the table, they have fewer targets to shoot at, and their adversary has cleaner, more shots to take. And so, you know, as you're winning more and more, the game gets harder.
There's so many monsters out right now.
That is actually a really good aspect to a game design.
I don't want to die, but I also need the slime.
It prevents a situation where once you get a lead, it just snowballs out of control. So that's kind of cool. An alliance is a term they use for having multiple FRC teams competing with each other.
You know where to get to it.
On the same like meta team, they call it an alliance. Audience engagement is how well the audience that are watching the game will be drawn to the game. Autonomous that's gameplay that's not under physical.
That should be enough slime balls for now.
The robot
I was going through a swamp and I found a slime.
A box bot. We call these toasters. Well, the brave little toaster. It's an old cartoon.
What is it?
So a box bot being just a simple drivetrain.
I thought you meant
with
another
either
epic thing.
Not much else, or with nothing else working.
Right under Minecraft.
Driver.
That is pretty epic.
Things feel bad. Right, an action or result that has a team feeling unaccomplished or embarrassed.
Should I go get the slime ball?
A field element is a fundamental.
I don't see why not. We could always use slime.
The game design team, that's us.
Has he?
Game designer, that's you. A game mechanic is some action that causes gameplay.
How can you tell he's been in?
If you are making the action of playing the game, that's a game mechanic.
Oh.
A game overview is going to be a brief summary. A game piece is an object that the robot might interact with. Typically, it's a scoring object. You use it to score points. Gameplay is they call the story of the match. Human player, you have drivers, you also have human players. A student that supports the robot's gameplay.
Okay, I got a ton of sugar cane.
Some tasks, I like this. Some tasks look easy, but are hard. It's an action that the audience might look at and think, oh, that's really easy, but then it's actually difficult to do. These could lead to embarrassments or negative perceptions. Think about it. If something looks really easy from the audience perspective, but it's hard for the teams to do, you're like, that's so frustrating. Why can't they do that simple thing? It's right there in front of them. and that actually can lead to bad feelings. However, the opposite is much better. Something that looks hard,
Where are you?
but is easy to perform. That's an action that to the audience looks like it's really difficult.
All right, I'm coming.
But it's actually easy to accomplish, and it kind of hypes up the teams.
We need to get a second cow.
The manual is the physical document that has the rules. This is a term that Woody coined. The movie in my head. He used to talk about game design as a little 2-minute like
That's
a
fair.
YouTube video that you're watching a story play out in front of you. And so the movie in his head was used to reference the content that a person can visualize, as the game is being played. Even though we don't have a game yet to talk about, but in the movie in my head, this is what's happening right now. Was his way of verbalizing that.
Where are you?
The robot, obviously, we know what that is. A robot action. We talk about this a lot.
You told me to come down here.
When First gives us a new game and we're trying to really break the game down, we talk about what robot actions might happen in a game, and that's the robot movements as they play the game. Strategy is important. It's considerations and choices. Big thing about strategy is you're making choices. So you can't do everything. You got to do this or this, and which do I choose? And that's for strategy. That definition comes in teleoperated mode. It's the non-autonomous part, right? You're either in teleoperated or you're
This wasn't Bob.
Visual
me and
impact is just the imagery on the field. It's just how
Me and Albie explored this
what you're watching
last episode.
is, and then what we celebrate.
There was no slimes in here when we
first,
came.
What we're celebrating, actions.
Oh, what the heck are these zombies wearing?
Game designers want to encourage.
That one has an enchanted iron sword.
Are uplifting and rewarding. They deserve sort of return or reward.
I did, and
These
it
are kind
didn't
of
drop
the
any.
objects of the game, right?
I am now depressed.
Okay, and that's kind of just wanted to talk about some of those terms. This one I really like. What makes a game good? And check this out, James. They actually
you're gonna have to fight Albie for that because
criteria that the judges will use.
Yeah.
Into one of these activities. This
You're gonna
stuff is
have to-
not in the game manual.
You're gonna have to fight Albie over it because it's
But
connected
these
to our.
criteria are recommended in addition to the considerations in the manual. That is sneaky. Like, you could have just read the game manual back to
No,
work. and
my
you'd have no idea
crosshair
that
was
it'd be
just a
great about
pixel off of the
criteria.
block.
So good game design has the following attributes. And so these are things that it's going to be real important to read ahead of time.
just did a
because
great
we wanna
emoji
know
earlier in the
what we're
stream.
aiming at, right? And then after the fact, we want to be kind of referring to these every once in a while to make sure we're not getting too off base. This is going to be our guiding light here for the next couple weeks. So first off, we want a game design that is fun and exciting for the audience and the teams. I thought it was telling.
It's a good way to
they put these in.
gauge
Like,
it.
They want fun and exciting for the audience and for the teams. Any idea why that might be in that order? Anybody?
Because at the end of the day, in order to keep doing this, first needs viewers.
Well, who's our audience? Think about it. You've been to an event before, Dawson. Who's our
What?
audience?
Other teams.
Or your own team,
Yeah, and
right?
sponsors.
Spammers bring 50 people to an event, right?
How is he messaging you?
We bring like 50 spammers to an event. How many of them are down there competing?
I haven't got a single message from him.
Like 3.
5, 3, 4, 5.
Tell 'em what?
Right? 3 students, drive coach, technician. There's really only a handful down there competing. The vast majority of teams, of people with vested interest, are going to be up in the stands.
Bruh.
The audience.
That is not what I said.
And then the teams competing down on the field, the drive teams themselves. So that's
No, I
to
got
me,
plenty
that's
of
telling
redstone.
They put that in order. They want a visually
I think
appealing
I have
game
enough
as
lapis
well as
too.
something that's fun to experience.
I have 58.
Because the people who put blood, sweat, and tears into those machines, a good number of them are the audience now. Not everybody gets to drive or compete on the field. So that is something I hadn't thought of. I thought that was really cool that they put that first. The gameplay is biased towards rewarding positive actions. I'm thinking back to our brainstorming session about the laser tag, and as cool of a mechanic it is of tagging someone and then they're disabled for a couple minutes. That is probably not what they would describe as a positive action or behavior. So they want.
I saw it broken when I went down, but I was too lazy to fix it. But I don't know who broke it.
It's important to have no obvious solution, because if something has an obvious solution, there's not a strategy involved. It's just an optimization task at that point. Right?
You can open my stream and rewind to when I noticed it if you want.
As simply and quickly as possible. So, having no obvious solution, having choices to make on the field, and even in robot
I don't think
design
Bob's
too,
been on though.
right? You know, if they want you to not know whether
Fair
you
enough.
have to build, you know, a robot that goes under the color wheel. Thinking back to this infinite recharge challenge. You know, do we
And that
need
was
to
very
build a
not
robot that goes
nice
under the
thing to
color
do.
wheel, or can we be tall enough and go down the middle of the field where there's more traffic? You know, those interesting choices that you make even before you build your robot.
Alright, I need to get more leather.
Encourage gracious professionalism. That is
What
the
are
core
good
tenet
ways for
of
leather?
everything
Cows are
you
good
do
for
here,
leather.
making your
Horses are
grandmothers
good for
proud.
leather.
Between alliances and teamwork within an alliance.
Do warthogs
This
drop
has
leather?
been a challenge in some years. Teamwork within an alliance. So having a game that encourages that by itself, and having mechanics that naturally lend themselves to alliance
not gonna
members
risk
wanting
going to
to
the
work
nether.
together,
I'm just gonna go
definitely eases some of that tension.
south.
Some things we're going to want to look to is make it difficult for a robot to win a match on its own. And then you want to have little incentive, very little
I'm going
incentive for
south looking
robots
for
to
horses
just
and
ram
cows
each
to
other,
slaughter.
because that kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. We are, as cool as BattleBots is, that's not what this is.
We have one.
So we want to try to avoid encouraging that with the game design.
Yes.
We want our game to be accessible, right? Lots of people. The teams
That's
in the audience,
dangerous.
with physical capabilities.
Alright, I'll grab a
cultural,
wheat.
make sure our cultural backgrounds are being respected. Make sure everything's culturally appropriate. And there are a broad range of teams as well. Not every team has 30, 40, 50 students on the team. Has 20, 30 adults willing to
named
chip
it?
in and help out. So you have a broad range of teams with broad types of facilities. Right?
We got a llama on the
game
realm,
that
and I
you're
was like, let's
making
name it Speed.
at a wide range of team
It was
meeting
just something
locations.
completely random that
We
came
came
to my
up with a
head.
game that's an underwater game, and you need the bottom of a swimming pool to practice it. Well, there's not a whole lot of places that are going to let you use the swimming pool to practice driving your robot in. You got to make sure you're accessible.
Then it kind of just became
And
a thing.
then you also want it to be challenging for teams and
Whoever
robots with
keeps
a broad
taking these
variety of
trees and not
capabilities
destroying it
that
the
has
whole
simple
way
tasks
is my
that can
enemy.
earn points for. They call that a low floor. Right, that even the simplest robots can play it at some point.
Bob is now my
and
enemy.
in some capacity.
Bob is a
and you want
terrorist.
high-performing robots to show off their capabilities, i.e., you want to have a high ceiling. So you want a low floor and a high ceiling, and that's going to get to when we start making the nuts and bolts of the game itself. Incorporate new and different things that have not been seen
Every
before.
time I don't, is if it's one of those
That's
big ones
where
and there's like a branch
some of
hidden
us
in it that I don't
older
see.
folks are probably going to need new and fresh perspectives to bring in, because
And jungle trees aren't that bad.
to lean back on stuff that's been done before, and so
I just
new
spiral
things
staircase
that
up
haven't
it
been tried
and then
before,
get the
is
rest on the
where
way
you really
down.
start getting into some interesting stuff, or using existing elements in new and exciting ways. That's cool too. And cost. We'll get into this obviously when we start designing some actually field elements. We have to get into that, and so we want to try to minimize costs, make stuff as available and as cheap as possible, for sure. Okay. This they want us to look at an old game. Actually, it's not too old. It's Infinite Recharge, but they want us to go that. I don't think we need to do that activity. I think they were perfectly.
We're gonna have a full set.
Okay, so
Not
now I'd
too
like to
long
get
from
into
now
kind of
on.
the meat of what we're doing here. Hey James, do you have that PowerPoint that we did the?
We haven't even been streaming for an hour.
Let me get
Actually, we have been streaming for an hour.
Okay, because what I'd like to start
I'm at exactly
doing,
an hour.
and everybody we can jump in. I'd like to take that complete list of ideas that were in a table there, in a list, and just start organizing it. Because we had some ideas in there that pertain to game pieces. We had some ideas that pertain to robots, and we had some ideas that pertained to the field. And they have some good questions to ask to generate ideas here, and to generate discussion, and we can work through that to try to create more ideas.
Except even more OP, because you can take that regular chest out and
also they have
not make all your stuff go flying.
Yeah, some more questions down here that are pretty cool.
I'm gonna try to post the link in the chat.
Okay.
Don't think you can put an ender chest in an ender chest.
Yeah, you can.
Actually, can you?
Yeah, it doesn't work as shulkers. It's just
So that's the.
Can you put an ender chest that's full of stuff in an ender chest?
I didn't see it. Yeah, the blue bubble in my thing. There's a blue bubble that says to everyone.
Okay, there's the link to it.
Great.
Found a zombie villager, and I'm gonna trigger everyone by murdering it. I just triggered everyone watching.
Awesome. Okay.
I just triggered everyone watching my stream because I killed a zombie villager.
Oh, wow. We had a lot of.
Oh, some of that's.
Oh wait, some of this is innovation challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So what I'd like to do. Let's see. That's the thing. Okay. So let's go through every piece here, and we can.
Bob had gone to a village, and when I killed him, he dropped it.
Let's pick out all the game pieces, and so let's just go.
He was stealing our plants.
Well, we made there was a section of game pieces. Now I don't know that it didn't.
Oh, themes, game elements.
Yeah.
Bob is a domestic terrorist.
Yeah, but even these don't meet their definition.
Yeah,
I think we still wandered.
They're mixed.
We still wandered. That's okay. Wandering is good. That's
He's like a knockoff. No Blade
killing
killing the orphans, except he's not good at PvP.
So, taking a look here. Let's look specifically.
Actually, he is good at PvP. He's nowhere near as good as PvP at Technoblade.
Looking at this first page, if we wanted to pick out the game pieces here, can I edit this? Probably not.
Yeah, you can.
Trying to be a GoPro, it's trying to be a cheaper version.
Open with slides.
From a different camera company,
Sweet.
but it still works,
Cool.
and it's actually pretty good.
All right, so just looking at this first page here, what happens if I?
Yeah, knockoffs are surprisingly
No, it just falls
decent most of the time, as long as it's not like Chinese.
That's where most brands.
Can anybody see anything on this page?
Yeah, but Chinese
Help me out.
knockoff.
That pertains to game pieces. A game piece, remember, is an item, an object that the robot might manipulate. It could be to score points.
Frisbee-like smaller disc
I'm
golf.
back with leather. I was not able to get a cow back here.
G here if we see any game pieces here.
Nope. Because I accidentally killed all of them. I thought there was another one, but there was not.
And then we'll coordinate these later. Let's see.
That is smart.
Yeah, the
Dirt
three,
is good.
three kind of
Where
categories.
did I put my
for the,
paper?
game
There it is.
pieces, robot actions, and field elements. Right? That's kind of what we're gonna go with here.
Yeah.
Pickleball could be a game piece, I suppose.
The chain?
Yeah, that sounds horribly inefficient.
Chain could be a game piece. Is it on here somewhere? Chain.
Number
Yeah.
16.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
I
chain
just
could be a
did
game
that.
piece.
No.
It could be a field element, right? Yeah. But yeah, and you
Now I have to get self-touched. Because I placed one of the bookshelves wrong.
In my head, combining 16.
Do you get all 3 books back when you break a bookshelf?
Where you have to drag, like a heavy ball on a chain. I don't know.
Oh,
okay, I got all 3 of them back.
Like a real drivetrain challenge.
Okay, that's all our game pieces on this page.
Why are bookshelves so expensive?
Page 2. There we go. Any game pieces hidden on this page? We can pluck off the page.
Cargo on
Sharpness 2 isn't bad, but
give me the number.
I don't want that.
Putting cargo. Yeah, the cargo could have some game.
Efficiency 2. Efficiency 2.
The pop-up objects.
Unbreaking 1, power 1.
Give me a number.
Number 17.
17.
Thank you. Objects on the field.
The
Yeah.
thing is like a
Could be. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for here.
The idea
Getting an object.
I have 5. I need
Oops.
10 more bookshelves.
Okay, I totally messed that up.
Really big ball that you hit with the robot instead of acquiring it. You gotta push it.
You probably could have put it back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, next page. Duke. Any game pieces hidden on this page? Fruit?
Maybe
Our sugarcane farm better be ballin'.
Could be.
Number 1.
I can envision that being a thing.
Usually I start with a pickaxe.
Okay. Oops. These are all very general themes.
Usually when I get diamonds I
Great.
do a pickaxe and then I get armor and then I get the rest of the tools.
Game elements. A lot of these are game pieces, right? It's
You might as well.
It could be a field.
Keep
Water,
using
both.
up your iron picks to find more diamonds. Yeah, it's in the rules.
I just saw
Jenga could
trash.
be.
Yeah.
Plastic fish.
Torpedo mini bombs.
Yeah, it could be a game piece. It could be something that the robot has to pick up and move around. Sure.
Plastic fish.
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
You refer to it as fun.
And that was it for us. Okay, let's grab these then. And I'll just go all the way to the bottom because it's all the way. New page. New page on this.
Just a little.
It'll be the first time it's happened.
I don't want this kind of slide. That would be a good slide.
Alright, I'm gonna look for more diamonds. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
That is a fair assumption.
And back up. These two. These are all
Dino Nuggies are crucial.
Right. Can anybody think of any more game pieces? Because there are far more things out there than we can use.
I was thinking some idea keeping. I mentioned when we were coming up with ideas last time, the whole Rocket League pushing things around. What if there were
I hear
obstacles in
lava.
our path that we have to push around as game pieces?
I hear lava really close to me.
Okay, like movable
I
objects on the
think I
field.
found it.
Yeah, and so just like I don't know, like maybe like a big foam box or something that you can move and like you can push it to be like in the middle of your opponent's side, so it's like in their way. I just think that'd be really interesting to see the different sort of strategies that come up with that.
I have one current viewer still. Don't know if that's still LB or if someone else joined.
And then we could be using the chain. Anybody else? Things that the robot might be able to interact with as far as like a scoring. I'll give you an example. Last year, the power cells, right? That was our game piece last year. Was anybody around for 2019? We had 2 game pieces that year. Yeah, we had the hatch panels, and we had the cargo, the big kickballs, right? So we aren't limited to just one.
Why am I a magnet for creepers all the time?
Could pick more than one. Hitting a huge object with a robot is our.
Everywhere I go, creepers just spawn.
Here.
Man, I wish I was getting pizza.
Anybody else? We're gonna go through that.
I think we need to spend some time throwing out some more, and this is kind of key. And
yes, really, that's the most important. I mean, okay, it's arguable whether it's the most important thing, but it is a very important thing. Is what is the robot going to be manipulating throughout this game?
I mean, I'll throw out some just like and I guess this is kind of along the lines
have
of what
fun with
Allison
that.
said. It's like we've almost never had to build something with game pieces. Like I'm thinking like we had ramps or, but I guess game pieces that you build something with, like a ramp or a way to cross a barrier or something like that.
My sort of idea with like the like big pieces, it stems from like 2 main things. First off, in years past, it's always been, you just have a robot pick something up and then move it and do whatever with it. And so once that object is picked up by a robot, that's the only robot that really controls it. But with big pieces, you can have multiple robots interacting with it at once. And also, it allows for those little toasters to do a lot more helpful stuff because they can push.
Yeah, this is a chill
big
stream.
object. They don't need a sophisticated object acquiring motor or intake or anything to really be helpful on a team.
It's a good place to come and relax with no
I mean, I would still advocate, game pieces that fly.
stress.
So to me, the fun games to watch are, when things are flying, getting thrown, lifted up quickly. When you see things flying around, I mean, we've had games like where, objects are manipulated on the ground, and I mean, it can be fun. It's not as visually engaging as seeing things flying.
An element of verticality is
high for
definitely
diamonds
part of
right
this
now.
movie, for sure. Stuff flying through the air can be fun. Stuff falling over, right? We have had a year where robots have to build things. We've had 2 of them, right? We had those totes that you had to build stacks with, and the most thrilling part of those games is when they failed miserably.
Might as well grab
and
iron.
things started teetering, and robots drove into them accidentally.
For stuff. Even later on, I can get hoppers and mine carts and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Although I can't see myself.
So we got this organized for game pieces. Now I'd like to go and see what they say about game pieces. Okay. So what makes
no
a
automation
good
rule
game piece? Okay. So, or what do you want to see in a game piece, right? Think about things like, are there different ways the robot can interact with it? What does that mean? Well, a ball, we know how to interact with balls. Robots interact with balls in a couple of ways. You pinch them, grab them, right? You roll them. And there's not really a heck of a lot interesting with interaction. Those hatch panels a couple of years ago, though, that was really interesting. We had a lot of different robots, a lot of different teams interacted with them in different ways. What are the different ways they can be picked up? And is the game piece durable? Oh boy, wish they asked themselves that question before this year, because this ball was not all that durable. They've done some things to help improve that, but it was not all that durable. Okay, so where do you get ideas from, right? Where can you get game piece inspiration from? This is pretty cool. So think about the prompts below. I want everybody to go around here real quick. Let's throw out ideas. Think about things you might find in a sporting goods store, right? In a sporting store. You're in your mind, you're in a Dick's Sporting Goods, you're in a they still have Played Against Sports, they still have Sports Authority, I don't know. But you're in a sporting goods store, you're in the sports section of Walmart, whatever.
This is
that stuff tends to be dynamic, it tends to be durable, right? If humans play with it,
that I run
then
into something.
we might be able to get robots to play with it as well.
Seems to be about it for the cave.
Can somebody maybe spit out some ideas of things in a sporting goods store
Jesus Christ.
that a robot might be able to play with?
Bean bags.
How about like a football?
I am back.
Found a whole case system and not a single diamond in it.
All the balls. They've never
Yeah.
had footballs.
We've never had footballs.
Noise.
That is 100%.
Maybe like a small ice puck or a large ice puck or like hockey.
How?
So you know how sometimes the ice cubes are stuck apart?
Yeah.
To get it to fit into the glass.
Obviously, all kinds of balls, right? Soccer balls, volleyballs, basketballs. We've done the durable one. The soccer ball is probably the most durable, and we've used those before. They're pretty good.
Got my own pepperoni pizza to myself, I did.
Anything else?
Honestly, something that just came to my mind. Wanted to say it. Mr. James was talking about how it's always the funnest games when things are flying.
Just pepperoni, nothing else on it.
Some sort of bouncing ball, like it has to hit the ground before it goes into the goal.
Oh.
So they've never had that.
Ping pong.
This is one of the most uneven slices that I've seen from them.
Okay.
Back to
Does
like
it look
the
like a Chuck E.
football
Cheese
idea,
slice?
You can make it like it's kind of kicking a field goal, so
No,
where you have
Domino's
like
is nasty.
a foot mechanism on the robot that like swings back and kicks the football.
Yeah, football is interesting.
Yeah.
I can say that. We've
My
never
parents
tried to do that.
usually get Domino's when they order pizza.
Anything else? Can we
Oh
think of
my
anything else
god,
on
I'm
a-
being
in
ping
your-
ponged by 2 skillies.
A what? I'm sorry?
It depends on which Domino's you're getting.
I don't know what that
If
is.
you're just
you
getting a
walk
normal
connected to a
Domino's
rope and then
pizza,
you
then it's
swing it, and it
gross.
has
But
to,
if you're
like,
getting like
wrap
the
around the
hand
pole.
tossed one in the black box, it's pretty good.
Like a bola. Or something.
A little bit, yeah.
I've never actually had banana peppers on pizza.
Neat. Never heard of that.
Usually I get green peppers, pepperoni, and bacon on pizza, and it's amazing.
Bocce ball.
How do you spell that? Is it BACCI?
I do not know. I think so.
Those
That
are
makes
are those
sense.
fuzzy? I'm trying to remember the bocce
There's a
balls.
bunch of cobblestone in this
No, I
mine
think
shaft.
they're
I don't know
hard.
if someone's been
Are they
here
hard?
before.
Yeah, they're
They're like
hard.
rubber.
Oh, like a rubber. Yeah,
If
yeah,
they
yeah.
have,
Like
they
a,
missed a
like
bunch
a,
of gold and stuff.
Also talking about bouncy. What about like a
Mm,
like a
not
And
as-
diamonds.
Not as much bouncy.
Like heavyweight
Nice.
balls.
Racket. How do you spell
Most
racket?
pizza is, as long as it don't got pineapple on it, it should be
Think of
fine.
One of the ideas I suggested when we were brainstorming last time.
If
and
you
then-
right click, I think it'll give you the.
The second you
yeah.
put pineapples
One
on
word.
pizza,
I
you
spelled
have
it right.
sinned.
It's just one word. Look at me.
Volleyball, like in more specific, like a ball that would be passed between the laps, like you get points for passing.
Fun behind the scenes fact. If you guys have seen Atlas driving around, that with the big catapult, that has the big 30
Hold
something
on.
inch balls that it throws around. That game
Was LB in this
James,
mine
that
shaft?
game was supposed to be volleyball
Or this ravine?
in initial testing.
It-
Yeah, that
No,
was going to
it's
be
a different
volleyball.
ravine.
They throw it. The red line stays on one side, blue line stays on one side. And you get a point if it hits the ground.
No, he.
And you have to catch it and throw it
but
back.
the
It was going to be
soul
very similar to
soil
volleyball,
here.
but it just wound up being so insanely difficult for their testers.
Wait, he was on the other day?
Some of our Orlando crew were invited in to test that one, and it was just way too difficult. So they
Was that the day
took
we
the same
started it? I
elements,
don't even
the trust
remember.
and everything, and they made that game out of it.
Did they test it with robots or with people?
Oh yeah, they have testers. They have robot testers.
I found
Yeah.
soul soil
They'll
just
build,
sitting in the
the
ravine.
robot and 3D guys. The RI, what do you call it? The
I'm not sure if it's Bob because I don't
what's that
know if he got soul soil.
yeah, but what was that company they made with the
I forgot.
with the worm drive piston thing?
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, those people, those guys were one of the crews.
Although if it was Bob, it would
testing
make
that
sense because he missed a whole patch of
It
diamonds.
just did not work out well. But you never know. Maybe our volleyball will be the volleyball.
Nope.
That makes for say, hey, we should have thought of that. Those spam folks, they're onto something. Anything else?
Oh, this
in a
is
sporting goods
Bob's
store that might
This is
give
Bob's
us
cave.
inspiration.
You're right, it is Bob. I just found his nether portal.
I have a weird idea, but
I love it.
possibly
I love
a
that idea.
fishing pole.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was connected
Well, I mean,
to diamonds this whole time.
Grabbing something.
Right. Also, start to try to think of things that aren't, try to think of things that aren't categorized as game objects. I mean, or that you would like a
he just
baseball
messaged
bat
me.
or a plastic bat.
Oh, a baseball bat. Yeah.
I'm thinking similar to that sort of idea. Like a baseball bat or a tennis racket, that would be like actually a game element. So you would be manipulating game elements with other game elements. I don't know. I think
What about
that's pretty interesting.
What about a ping pong paddle?
What the heck? I was just standing on a block and I wasn't even moving, and then nothing like spawned. Nothing was there, and I just got pushed off the edge.
Oh, is it yelling at me for ping pong? Is that 2 words? Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, what about a birdie?
Fortunately,
Yeah, I was trying to think of what that's
diamonds.
called. Is that a birdie or is it like a shuttlecock or something like that, or a birdie from
I would just call it a
badminton, right?
birdie, yeah.
I can't say that I have.
Oh, those would be really interesting to throw around, and they'd be super safe because they basically die after 10 or 15 feet, right?
Yeah, but don't get hit square in the face with it because it hurts.
Birdie.
I wouldn't, because I've never been to a gourmet pizza place.
Really cool.
We don't have
My
those
problem
up
with
north.
those is I don't know how durable the actual white part of it would be.
Maybe we make something, or you'll find a way to put commonly found items together to make one that teams
Yeah,
can use.
I haven't seen
Even if,
any
or
of
even if
those.
it's just inspiration for something completely different. Who knows? I think it belongs on the list. That's
I want to
Right,
go to
and
the
keep in mind, they make
Midwest where
custom
Meg is
pieces, like,
because
the
she was.
gears
We
and
were
the
talking the other day
hash
about
browns and
pizza.
It doesn't have to be something you can buy.
I don't know
off
if
the
you
shelf
have it in
and
Florida, but she was
they
talking
make
about this
something like
pizza
if-
place they have that's like Subway for
if the birdie
pizzas,
idea sparked an idea. You could make a 3-foot wide board
where they
bird
have
if you
everything
wanted
laid
to.
out and you can just.
Oh,
Oh,
what
I think
about
she said it was-
okay?
I think she
Bad
said it was
idea.
mod.
Terrible. The 3-foot long birdie made me think of don't think of selling these things, kids, because they are no longer allowed on the shelves. But like long darts were really neat back in the day, right? You had like a big dart.
According to
thing.
Meg, it's like a
it was like a 3-foot long dart.
pizza
and you
version
would
of
throw it at a
Subway where
target.
they have all
Right,
the
what if
ingredients laid
robots are
out and you
throwing
just tell them what you
super
want
safe
on it.
darts that are basically birdies, but
It sounds heavenly.
darts.
Gotta add that super safe part.
I've never been to Chipotle.
A robot
Yeah,
doesn't
super safe. Super
throw-
safe. Totally
We have
safe.
a Chipotle here. I just haven't gone to it.
Okay, that's cool. That if anybody,
Yeah.
we're not shutting down sporting store ideas anymore, but this is cool too. Let's go on to the next one. Take inspiration from household items. So, what kind of stuff do you have around the house?
Usually
Hinges,
tend to
ramps,
ignore those horror
handrails,
stories
Pez
anyway.
dispensers? Okay, that's odd. Any household items that you could think of would be cool for a robot to manipulate?
Cans.
Cans. And soda cans. A cylinder of any kind, right?
I'm definitely interested in trying it at least.
Have we done cylinders?
Have not done cylinders unless you count pool noodles as cylinders.
I will not be trying the burritos.
Okay, I got pool noodles. I
don't like burritos.
I should, but I don't. I don't count that year.
Yeah.
Okay, cylinder is cool. Can is cool.
I like
What a
tacos.
CD disc.
Do you guys know what CDs are?
You could
Yes,
throw
sir.
them like ninja stars.
No, like inserting it into something.
That works too.
Yeah,
Like we're talking about things bigger than the robot.
that is a rip.
Yeah.
Furniture?
It's okay. I'm used to it actually.
Is terrible.
Giant Legos.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Yeah.
Right? Like stuff bigger than the. What if there's like some kind of rearranging of the furniture? Right? Like our couch potato game.
Oh,
You got to move the TV. You move the couch in front of the TV, and then you got to put the CD and the DVD in the DVD player.
I love
Blu-ray
spicy
players.
food.
I mean, that's a terrible concept, but
Yeah.
it's
Ooh, maybe you could do
Floor
like
is
a,
lava.
ooh,
yeah. The floor is
No.
lava, right?
Well, without nose
you could do
running,
a,
yes, but not
yoga
without
ball, maybe.
mouth
Yeah.
running.
That's what Atlas was throwing around.
When I worked at Price Chopper, there was one time where I took a habanero and I just ate it. Actually, do you guys have Price Chopper down south? Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a grocery store.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Again,
Yeah,
keep thinking.
I worked
Feel
there
free to go back
and
to it.
we were allowed to eat some of the food
Different kinds of
like-
dog toys. Anybody a pet owner?
if we just took like an
Would any
apple.
of your
It
pets
was
have
fine
toys?
Okay.
for
Wait.
the day
Uh-huh.
because one of the first
Okay.
days I went
I'm gonna
there,
turn my
my
camera on
boss
for
was
this.
just eating grapes out of a
So can you guys
bag
see
while
this?
she was filling the grapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dogs.
So there was one day I just took a
And so-
habanero and ate it.
You can launch it. That would be really
Yes,
cool.
and then I
Oh,
was
like a
just
sling- like a
standing in the
sling.
corner with my entire mouth dripping into that corner of the cooler.
I have a cat toy
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you're very coordinated, Dawson. I appreciate the visual.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, definitely. They have those.
Thankfully, I was the only one
you know
working
they have
produce
those-
at that day,
I've
so
seen those at like
there was no one
pet
to walk
rallies
in
and
on that.
stuff. You know, so you get like little first logos, you know, and then fling, you have to fling them. That's interesting.
You could have something that's like a ribbon kind of.
Yeah, I like habanero.
A fox
I prefer
tail.
the taste of jalapeno.
Rock wall.
Yeah, right. Like a what are those little cat
I will
towers,
make you
right?
eyes run.
The cats have to climb up.
That'd
You
work.
could have one of those like tunnels that you get for cats for them to like walk through.
Yeah.
I love banana peppers.
Think about it. This year we have a tunnel, don't we, on the field? Little tunnel for the robot to drive through. If you
I
look at
do
it
want
from
to try them.
perspective,
I've had them on
color wheel's kind of a
Subway before. They're pretty good on Subway.
tunnel.
I stopped putting them on my Subway because I started.
Yeah.
Because I was
Oh,
getting
man, and those are you can find those anywhere. You'd have to come up with. I
the
would just love having
Chipotle
to come up with these standard
Southwest
model
sauce,
rubber
so,
chicken.
and they didn't combine well.
Can I be on rubber chicken research?
Same.
Maybe you could have like one of those robotic mice
What is it?
that run around the field or something.
Oh yeah, like a
Yes.
little. Okay.
I don't like mousetrap.
If our field element was like a robot mouse, or like a a Roomba in style,
Okay, those are both bad
inspired
types.
little
Those are
little
all
thing,
bad
and then your
types.
robots have to catch it, right? You get points, but maybe they're released from different spots of the field at some point during the match, and you get points for scooping them up. Hey, we've never had to catch a game piece in motion like that. That would be neat.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
What if this could
It is the
bring
most
in the idea of,
disgusting
like,
order I've ever heard in my life.
if you had to
It
like
is nasty.
pull like a chain sort of leash to pull
Mayonnaise should
another
be
object,
forbidden from
like
America.
locking the object.
Because it tastes icky.
Okay.
Bad. It doesn't taste
Like a
bad.
strength test.
It's made from egg white. That's the worst part of the egg.
Like, you gotta, instead of like, there's like a ball attached to a chain, and instead of picking up the ball like we normally would, you'd have to drag it
Yeah,
by
but the only good
chain.
part of the egg is the yolk.
Yeah. So there's some rule that you're not allowed to grab the ball itself. You can only interact with the chain. It's cool.
I actually
Very
didn't know
cool.
whipped cream had egg white.
Okay, what else we got here? Thinking about video games, birthday party games, any board games, any party games. I think we got the Rocket League was a really cool piece of inspiration. But any other video games of where there's like this main object that the player has to interact with and move around the field. What's that? There's a video game out there. We have our streamer here. What's that game that everybody, the party game everybody's playing right now?
Whipped
Fall
cream
Guys?
tastes good though.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Fall
Among Us.
Guys.
But Fall Guys is the one that has like really wacky field elements and game pieces, right?
What?
Yeah.
Any Fall Guys game pieces that would be
Fall
cool
Guys
to have a
suck.
robot player
Fall
on it?
Guys sucks and is dead.
Okay, great. Do me a favor.
What the heck are you going on
Easy
about?
on the language for me. And
I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna try to be trying to maintain positivity.
Fall Guys is committing the not good syndrome, and it's
Okay.
committing the big oof.
I don't
Again,
know.
we try to maintain positive. There's no bad
It has
ideas.
been dead
I
for
don't
a
know
while.
what Fall Guys
Okay,
is.
Fall Guys
I don't
is not
I understand your opinion. Thank you.
good.
Like driving through a wall,
Ooh.
kind of.
Oh, that one.
I've never played it.
Okay.
Yeah, it
I
could
was
be like a
thinking of
block
another game I
walking.
watched someone play where they had like
Okay, Isaiah.
giant stuffed
I
animals.
know one
This dude
aspect of
they're talking
what
about
I've
game
seen, the
design,
limited
Isaiah.
I've seen of Fall Guys.
Yeah.
It's the player base is quite toxic in the aspect that you can place or like position yourself in certain ways that hinders, like position things in certain ways that hinders your opponent's ability to really maneuver or get anywhere.
It's
So
decent
that
as a
kinda
game
brings in the
itself
idea I was talking about earlier of like just having a
for
big
about 10 minutes.
game piece that you can move around and just get and put place in someone else's way. Because that would
I think I've only ever seen one game of that, and everybody was running around with tails, and you had to grab somebody's tail.
Like flag football.
Yeah, like flag football, right? Like
Ew, no.
Imagine
Every
you have a-
even
you
the
have a
people who
3-on-3
like Fall
game,
Guys hate that.
and every robot has to install this LED light strip, right? And one member of each alliance has a tail, has the lights. Their lights are on, and if another opponent does something, right, they tag you in a certain way, or they do the laser tag thing, or somehow they get your tag, they get your LEDs, they get your tail.
Yeah, I know that game.
You know, and so we could, you know, you could definitely have that. I think.
You know, something
as a game, though.
something else about that game though, so even the people who really love Fall Guys, they don't like that game. Because it's really annoying because it's more of like, since Fall Guys is an online multiplayer game, there's a bunch of the lag, right?
I'm just trying to like.
You don't see
we're
people.
brainstorming right now. No bad ideas. We're just.
I'm just
throwing-
trying to
Yeah.
break it apart for pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just trying to break it apart. Anything else like board games? Any board game players out there? I
Maybe
played
human
Monopoly
chess.
and Risk and chess. Ooh.
We include Catan.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a huge. I love chess. You say chess,
And you're right, Fall
I'm
Guys
super
is a
happy.
mistake.
right? One of my favorite types of FRC games are. One of them had real time. We were basically playing tic-tac-toe.
Because they're sinners.
In real time. The game, the scoring goals were arranged in a 3x3 grid, and At the end of the match, you got bonus points if you made 3 in a row. But the trick was that when you scored a point, the other alliance could score on top of you. And then instead of a red goal, now it's a blue goal. But they could keep stacking on top of each other, and it got really, really high up in the air, and these stacks started teetering and tottering. But the object was to get 3 in a row, to play tic-tac-toe in real time. Chess, checkers, right?
So like Connect 4?
Connect 4. We had a
Connect 4,
Connect 4 game too, sort of.
Why would we ask Clark a bunch of uncomfortable questions?
We had one year, that was my favorite game, where you were trying to connect, you were trying to make as long of a row as possible. And it was like a
yes, let's embarrass this Navy
7x3
vet on
grid wrapped
video.
around in a cylinder in the center of the field. So you're trying to make
but
these
he's not
big
a vet
rows,
yet.
and you got more points the larger thing you connected. But yeah, absolutely. Connect 4 is cool.
No, but I don't know the technicalities behind it, but don't you become a vet when you finish your
suggested the last time of having
contract?
different sections on the field and taking them by making points territory-wise, like it's Risk or Civ.
Yeah, Risk owning like territory, right?
Yeah, it's like throughout the instead of having tape, you have like gray tape and then LED indicators on the side, and so the more points or whatever you do, the more sections you get, and then in the end game, there's like a task.
That would be
and
pretty
it's
cancer.
Like a lot easier if you have a lot more room, or something like that. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see.
That sounds really
Even the people who
It's
like that game
you're
hate
trying
it.
to score as much, but also you're trying to balance it out so you have enough space to really utilize the end game.
So yeah, the better.
Okay, so
you
he
do,
shipped out to
or-
Guam, and he's trying to figure out his internet
back
situation
to one of
because
the other
he's in
things
quarantine
they
for
talked
2
about,
weeks
the 8-ball
before
thing,
he
right?
starts his
Maybe the
duty.
better you do, your end game.
Yeah.
It might be harder to do your end game, but you got all those points beforehand, right? Like they were talking about 8-ball game design, where the winning team actually has a more difficult task to try to keep it close.
Yeah, it might be the more points you score, the less territory you have for the end game.
Maybe.
I gotta get shears
like you're caching,
and vines
caching it
in
in
that
or something
swamp.
like that. Somehow you're trading that value in for something else. I don't know. But that's cool. I like the territory based. I don't think we've ever seen that either. So that would be really neat.
Yeah,
Something to, yeah, wow.
That is smart.
It just won't leave.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You could have like a money-making system, maybe, like kind of like Monopoly, but.
Maybe back to the whole thing with
I
like
just killed the
I
creeper
think
for
it
you.
was the power up kind of like punishment.
He's already got probably.
Like for
I'm gonna
scoring
get.
like certain things, you can punish the other team.
I did not. I killed him.
Called Mousetrap.
No, Ender. God, stupid skeleton.
Kind of a weird idea. It's not so much a game piece. I suppose it could be a game piece, but probably wouldn't be a good idea. Could you make it a game where throughout the event something from the game carried over? So like you left the game with certain points of some kind, or certain bonuses or attributes or something that you could trade or give to another team or use in another game. Like,
so in the 80s there was a PC game called Rogue, and any game that's like that now from a video game design perspective is called a roguelike. And so that's a game where you go in and you make some kind of progress, and your next attempt there's a little bit of that old progress saved for later.
yeah, and I'm not that's one aspect to it, but maybe you earn some sort of bonus in one game that will allow you to not have to do an activity in the next game, or give you extra points for a certain activity if a robot does it, but you might give that to somebody else on your alliance, and you might go around between matches trying to trade certain capabilities or bonuses or things like that. But that goes on like independent of the games. So that's like an activity going on outside of the game.
Like badges that you
yeah, almost like badges, or yeah.
Okay.
Yo. I just got a bunch of vines.
Okay, so for you veterans, can you think of any new or interesting ways to use previous game pieces?
Went to the swamp and got a bunch from the trees because I'm trying to get some mossy bricks.
Maybe like a speed shooting.
I never used it when it was around.
Last year, how we had the target, but this way, like you pick up ball fast.
I saw like vine comps on YouTube though. They were pretty nice.
Kind of like that.
It's like TikTok, but not cancerous.
I was just thinking machine gun, like maybe ping pong balls. You shoot as fast as possible.
I wonder how many people I triggered just by saying that.
Somebody said the CDs and DVDs before.
Do you have to turn them into mossy stone before you turn them into stairs?
Because those were basically enormous.
God dang it.
I have a question. 2018 was Cubert.
I used stone stairs and then I was like, you know what? I think they'd look better if I made them mossy.
I'm thinking. So was that shooting cubes into gold?
Oh, yeah, for us.
No, I just
and a couple other teams
afterwards, and now
you
I
just had to get them up there.
Pay the
you can get them up there any way you want. Most teams had a giant arm.
You have to like do. It's like you have to fit it into a slot. You gotta place it.
Wait, are you talking?
I already have 5 ender pearls.
Yes.
That one, I think the cubes were placed on like heighted seesaws, basically.
Yeah.
And you want
Yeah,
to
there
weight
was
your side more.
There's 2 switches and a scale in the middle, or you could place it in a little hole to give to the human player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wait,
so it
the
had
fact
a little
that
bit
your
of that
stream
placing
actually
cube
shows
thing,
up on
which
your
is really just
Discord?
passed back to the player station, but placing a cube like in a slot, like somewhere out on the field.
Yeah,
to
it
score
says on
points.
your thing. It says
Just like the human player was doing back in the player station, right? They were putting it into a slot to score points.
That's cool though that it does that.
Yeah.
And
mine doesn't even show up with my Minecraft if I'm using Optifine.
I think I basically played off of something that Steven said in the chat with the random items falling out of the sky and placing them into like specific holes that items are supposed to go into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mac is awful.
Maneuvering them to fit
I'll be
in
right
the
back.
hole.
I gotta go get food.
So I think
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
go on
take
an
that
intermission.
and transition, because that is a great transition into 952 here. Because what that is taking an object and having a robot do something with an object, right? And that's what robot actions are all about. And so when you're designing a game, you have game pieces to think about, but then you want, what are some things a robot can do with those game pieces, right? How are they going to manipulate them? Or what are some things the robot will do on the field? Okay. Let's see. So we want to think about actions that robots have done in the past. You want to think about, is there a way to kind of upgrade those actions? Really cool one was like in 2019, driving is a thing. We drive every year. What is a cool way to upgrade that task? Well, they put a stinking blind in front of the drivers, the sandstorm period, and they had to drive blinded. They had to either be autonomous or they could be POV, right? And fly drive the robot based on a camera system that is on the robot itself. So that was kind of a way to upgrade integrate those actions, right?
You could also do the climbing onto the different levels.
Exactly that. So we think about some things we want to see a robot do in the game, and I'm going to start with, let's see, text.
Just had a thought.
We're going to get caught up because first we had sorting the puzzle, sorting the shapes, right?
Yeah.
And then we also had climbing. What was it? You said climbing on boxes.
It was.
Was
Yeah.
With my Minecraft.
That was on in 2019 as well.
Yes. I think that was
What
a
if
reference.
What if we like brought back like the whole thing with I think it was steampunk with like shooting the like smaller balls but like in mass sizes, so like 20 at a time, and then like as well like you have the option of also like you could pick up like maybe a yoga ball instead, and that'll be worth more points if you can make it in.
So far, I got 2.
If autonomous was the end game.
Ooh.
Starting out with autonomous, you end with autonomous.
Nice.
That would be hard and cool, right?
I think one of the things for this would be the chain, like driving up a chain thing that I think was referenced in the list of stuff that we had previously.
Worried if they might get stolen from my underdress. Wait, who's that? Holy sheet, it's not.
Climbing a chain or driving up a chain? Driving.
Yeah.
They can pull a chain as in tug of war.
Yeah, that works.
Is that only 2?
Yeah, bonus points for chain ideas, because that is a not a required but a recommended element. Yeah. Anybody else think of some actions you've seen robots do in games, or some other things that you can conceivably think of?
Maybe like catching from midair instead of like picking up on the ground.
I think there was only ever one game that had us catch. No, two games I can think of that involved catching an object that's either dropped or thrown or something like that. Yeah, assisting passing.
And carrying on that sort of idea, interception from the opposing team.
You know, I have no idea how you would gamify it or how you would make rules for it, but I don't think we've ever required a robot to jump.
Huh. I mean, in 2019, they had robots like basically ramp jumping.
Yeah, it was an option, but I don't know. Jumping, lifting. We have picking up, but like lifting weights. Like we've had to lift other robots before. There used to be there was one year where there was this huge like goal on the field, like a big hexagon shaped plywood thing on casters, and you could, some teams lifted it up in the air to make it harder for other teams to work with. So lifting like a heavy weight of some kind could be cool, but you gotta do it safely, so it's a challenge, but it might be neat.
I liked the idea of the bars that you had to grab onto that they had for the game that they were gonna have last year. I don't know what you would call those.
Like a coat hanger almost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I kind of like the suspenseful like end game from like the climbing pyramid. I forgot what year that was.
Yeah, 2013, the frisbee game.
Yeah.
A jungle gym almost, right? You know, the robot could drive under things, right? Like if there's an obstacle it's advantageous for the robot to be only a certain height. Sure, the rules say you could be this high, but if you can get down to this height, you know, that's always an interesting design challenge.
like a
Right, James?
collapsing
You love
robot, kind of.
Yeah. Or
You could pull objects out of a goal. Like there's been games where we've actually sucked balls out of the rack or something to descore.
Or yeah, or if the objects are someplace on a field that is in a stable configuration. I mean, 2019 was a small example of that, but it was possible to build a robot that couldn't get the cargo out of those little corrals, even though it was really a small obstacle. But you could have a certain number of game pieces that start in a stable location, and the robot has to get them out of there. As their first task. Maybe it's some number of points to get them out of there, and then some other points to put them someplace else. You know.
You could have like little cubbies with different levels that the robots have to pull items out of.
Yeah, exactly. Like top
How
shelf
about
ones
like
are
an
worth.
escape?
Yeah.
How about like an escape kind of game, where you have to find like clues or something on the field?
Escape
That
rooms
opens,
are
like,
a thing, right?
A new door.
So you have right? You have like you have this selection of game pieces, and you got to find which one is going to open the corral for you to access the larger game, right?
Go to like another challenge.
That could be cool. Let's go back to our game pieces real quick. Yeah, more ideas keep coming.
I don't have anything.
Okay. So look back at these game pieces, and I'm sure one of their suggestions I haven't thought about it. They didn't say this. You can think about sports and playground games, right? Things that people do. If people do it, you can probably get a robot to do it, right? There it is. Can human movement be translated into a robot interaction with a field game? And so they reference the game piece, right? So if we look back at these game pieces, can you use those to inspire you into some actions a robot might have to do with these game pieces? Right? Like if Mousetrap is our inspiration, I think it was for like power-ups, but what if you were building a contraption? What if the robot is building this Rube Goldberg machine that, at some point in the game, the ball is going to drop from someplace. And if you've built your ramps right, if you've moved your furniture, moved your game pieces in the right configuration, that ball is going to get really close to its goal. Otherwise, it's going to drop here, and you're going to have to work really hard to get it to its goal.
Yeah. I could also go with the rolling bases on the field.
Yeah, catch a moving object.
Yeah. Oh.
Did that do it right? Object.
How about a slide kind of piece, where you pick up a ball with a robot, and then you have to climb like to the top of the slide, and then you like drop the ball or just release it, make it go down the slide.
Yeah, I think somebody else said like a conveyor belt too last time I met.
Yeah, the conveyor belt idea.
So the slide, or if it was like a conveyor, you drop it on, and then you or another team has to like turn a knob to get that conveyor moving and that object going or something like that. But yeah, or you just put it down and gravity does the work for you, right? Like a slide.
Yeah. Or you could I think the idea I came up with, the train system, you could put cargo on the train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, placing. Did we say placing objects? Sorting, yeah, just basic, fine and placement. Like the hatches in 2019, you had to put them in a certain order.
Yeah.
Any other actions? What would be some interesting things a robot might do that's not just shooting something or climbing something? What if they had to determine? What if the robot had to, without getting too current events, What if the robot had to do like some kind of fact checking, like validation of some kind, right? Like, sure, there's 20. Oh, here we go. You want to get out of your escape room, right? You have 10 of these exact same looking objects, but only one of them is going to unlock the door, and we've put the sensor, the magnet, or whatever inside of it that your robot has to sense which is the correct one, right?
Interesting.
They've done this in FTC. We're kind of inexperienced in FTC as spam, but they had a bunch of objects that were the same, but some of these little plastic cubes had magnets inside them. And so if your robot had the right kind of sensor, it would know which ones were worth bonus points, and it would focus on those first, or something like that.
I thought you were gonna mention the color board that we had for.
Yeah, detect colors, right?
Yeah.
They did that this year. That was the first. But yeah, same kind of thing, right? Like some way the robot is saying yes or no to its environment.
What about some painting game where the robot has to like pick up a paintbrush, detect like what color the painting has to be?
Be a little souvenir at the end of the match.
Yeah.
It's neat. Oh, I got an idea. That made me think of something else. The kind of throwing paint on the wall. Have you guys ever seen those Velcro suits?
The ones that you throw the balls with the Velcro on?
Well, the people wear like a Velcro suit, and then they throw themselves against the wall, and they Velcro on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't. We like have like giant Velcro game pieces that we have to place on the wall in a certain way.
Have you seen those games where you throw the balls with the Velcro on them at people in Velcro suits?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, maybe the robot's wearing a Velcro suit, right? Velcro? Sure.
Kind of like what Dawson said earlier, maybe like giant Lego pieces that have like Velcro at the bottom so you can connect them in different ways.
Neat.
I was thinking for this part we could put like pushing a button if we don't already have that.
Oh yeah, that's super easy, right? Pushing.
Just make a very in-depth like hand for a robot, just to press a little button.
Make it
pressure
point
pad.
its finger and press it.
Pressure pad's like a giant button, right? Like if there's a pressure pad that the robot has to sit on.
Yes.
To register something, and maybe if this robot is sitting here, this gate is open, or now the objects will fall down from their corral or trough.
That's cool, because you could do something with like a weight situation where you have to find a weight that your robot can carry that would make it push down the pressure pad.
Or what if your robot, we had a weight limit on the robots we do every year. What if your robot wouldn't trigger the pad by itself? It would only trigger the pad if it was holding a certain number of game pieces.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I love games like that.
You combine that with the idea at the end game you have to be back at a certain spot on the edge of the field. You could be back at a certain spot on the edge of the field with your game pieces getting weighed. Now just feed right into the scoring system.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Just have a place on the edge of the field, the robot cart, right?
Oh, that could be something similar to like holding as many items as possible.
Yeah, Hungry Hippos, right?
Yeah, basically that.
It's another game.
I have to say one of my favorite games was called Flippin' Frogs, where you just throw frogs on a tree.
I remember that game. These are robots.
How about a game where it's like you have to pick up certain building blocks and hold on to them the whole entire game, but then when you go into like the next mission or like the end game, you have to use what blocks you have to build up to a certain level of space, and the higher you can get with the blocks that you got from the previous round, you gain more points.
So you have to accumulate them now so that you can use them later. Like there's only a stage of accumulating, no scoring allowed, and then okay, 30 seconds left. Now everybody can start scoring.
Yeah.
What if
Neat.
one object, like in the field prep when they have objects in the field, there's one object on each side of the team that's actually like a fake object, and if you pick it up, it'll have like magnets in it or something, and if you discharge it, get it out of your robot, you lose points. So if you accidentally pick up the bad object, you have to hold on to it for the rest of the game.
Yeah. So it adds on to the
suspicious of your object.
Yeah, that's kind of combining. Where'd it go?
That kind of goes with the one that we just had.
It kind of combines this idea with this idea, right?
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. Anything else they can give us for inspiration? Movements, human movements. Humans can run. Humans can jump, crawl, climb, throw, catch, balance.
They can swim.
They can't swim. What are some ways we've done balancing on bridges before? Like teeter totters. We did the hanger this year.
Yeah.
20. Some other kind of ways of balancing that you might be able to do. What about like tightrope walking?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but that seems kind of dangerous.
Sure, but like you take the concept. Maybe the robot has to navigate a very narrow platform. It's a rope.
Okay.
Quote, it's for story purposes or for the analogy.
Yeah.
But what if the platform is only, the robots are allowed to be 30 inches wide. The platform's 30 inches wide. And you got to have some kind of very careful piloting down the platform. Maybe it's an end game autonomous where you line the robot up and it has to make its way across the platform by itself.
Well, maybe you can make it where all the robots have to line up on it together and not like knock each other down.
Yeah.
You can zip line.
A zip line? That's a kind of balance, right? We've had, I'm not sure if it was intentional, but we have done the pole climbing. We had it for mini bots. And then one year, part of the climbing structure, there was a vertical element to it. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but many robots decided to latch on and lift themselves up by the vertical pole. So that's kind of a leveraging, balancing thing. Okay. Anything else humans can do? Human actions we can try to emulate?
Rolling.
Or sports. Rolling, right? Yeah, like rolling or tipping.
Ooh, yeah.
What if you had some kind of a sensor at the bottom of your robot, and then you got points if that was facing skyward? At the end of the match, you tip yourself upside down, and there you go. You got points for it.
We incentivize wheelies. That'll be an interesting game.
Sure.
Ooh.
Sure,
Extra
really.
points for tricks.
Let's just keep on waiting and I'll
Why not?
find my cat.
Not.
Not bad.
There are rules.
Got 0 players.
All right. And then we got about 15 minutes before we wrap up. let's talk a little bit about the field itself. Okay. The field itself. What are what are 3 types of gameplay ideas, game mechanics you're considering? Okay, so game mechanics, pick and place. We kind of talked about these as robot actions. You can play. Here's what I want to zoom in on here. Let's talk about the playing field specifically. Okay, let's get a new
One of
blank.
the main things I remember is Makani's idea with the like underwater thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Okay, playing field. These are some field elements now. The space in which the game is going to occupy, right? It could be under water. That's a theme.
I'm
but
back.
what happens underwater? It's
Yes,
like
I am
slower.
Yeah.
And
Oof, I got kicked
there
for
might
being
be some
idle.
obstacles. What kind of obstacles might you see on a field? These
Noise.
are the kind of things where
It
we're
could
talking
be.
about. Like,
it
what's the
has,
space going to be playing in? Go ahead.
You have obstacles that were like that are like reefs, and if you touch them, you're penalized.
Okay.
And
So
then
reefs or barriers, right? So not necessarily doesn't have to stay with the theme if you have something else to think of, but yeah, reefs or barriers.
At least my stone is done cooking.
Gotta have territory capture written down.
Yeah,
This
boy.
is the field element,
Monkey
like
stone. Here we
territory.
go.
You could do like
Oh man.
like a castle entryway, kind of like in the center of the field, where you only have a small area to get through. Only big enough for like one robot to drive through.
Come on.
Okay, like a corridor.
Yes.
Maybe incorporate the chain as a part of the playing field, so like barriers or like terrain features.
Oh, whatever. I don't care.
Like a Coliseum looking field.
My
Where they have, like,
parents'
the chain playing
retarded
field.
automatic cat box is just
Yeah.
stuck at the middle.
Somebody made me think of this. Capture the flag,
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I don't
right?
even
Like a
care enough to
castle,
fix it.
a barrier of some kind, and then you got to go and steal something from your opponent and bring it home.
You could kind of have something similar to tower defense, maybe?
Maybe
Yeah.
like King of the Hill.
Okay, that's almost like your territory capture, right? But
Yeah.
a hill, be king of.
We actually haven't had a game.
All right.
Yep. They did.
How about like a field kind of, like a grassy field kind of field?
Oh, so not a
Where it's,
carpet.
like the more sporty toys, you know?
Like a grassy.
Interesting.
Kind of like a golf course, but the robot has like different specialized wheels to drive over it.
Nice.
Ceiling alone.
Another one would be annoying for the robot.
I'm making some
Like
changes
a
to
kid
my
room that has
my
toys
part
and
of
stuff
the
spread out on the room,
cave
like
base.
marbles and Lego pieces you have to drive over, but also do the rock wall game, the picking up Lego pieces.
My second
Velcro
stream
stuff.
for it, I spent 3 hours renovating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Keeps like loose material out there. I mean, we've seen inclines, like ramps and everything.
Yeah.
I really like the 2019 habitat. That was really
It is
cool.
possible.
All the different ways that the teams really adapted for that.
Boxes and platforms.
We could do like with the whole grassy carpet idea, you could do like a stony ground that's more bumpy.
Yeah, stones are kind of another kind of barrier.
Can't wait till I get
Different sizes, small ones that you drive over, big ones that you have to drive around.
Yeah, I was thinking like the floor could be like tile of some sort.
Yeah.
What
And then
if
if you like tip over,
Yeah.
What if like the ground had like different like paths you could take? So like one was
And we
like a
need all the
bumpy
more
terrain,
focus
one
on
was like
storage
a
since we
slippery
can't
terrain.
get
So like
shelter boxes.
what is it called? The Omni wheels, I think they are.
Oh, yeah,
Those would be
yeah.
it would be harder to go there like if it was like Lexan. So they would slide a little more. So like you would need tank drive with like rubber wheels.
A robot navigate a ball pit.
Ooh. You would probably need a camera for that, maybe.
And that's not
Ooh,
uncommon.
that could be cool. The ball pit idea where you have to find items in the ball pit.
Yeah, or just get through this thing. Would you try to drive on top of it somehow, or would you try to plow through it? I don't know.
That is
back to like the different tiles. Maybe we could have like the human player be trained to like switch the tires on the robot. Have like that rule, maybe.
Like in race cars, like the race car shows, where
like
quickly change tires.
the crew change.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes into I think an idea that someone had where the robot could go into a box, like that's connected to the outfield, and like that would be like an end game platform. Instead of it being like an end game platform, your robot has to go into that box and shut off the comms, replace the wheels, and you can go.
Oh. So basically like a pit stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right next to the portal, actually.
Like a door.
Yeah.
Or a gate. For the robot to operate. Or some kind of a propeller.
Oh, the door gate
All right, before
idea
you
could incorporate the
before you
teamwork,
head out,
where one opens the gate and the other one
you
tries
should.
Absolutely. 2016 had a lot of these things we're talking about. The rocky terrain, the door. It had a like a portcullis, a door that went vertically. You lifted it up,
I used all the ones.
and you had to slide under it.
Okay, I
It
need
had the
more
door
money.
that opened sideways. It had these little teeter-totter ramps. It had a lot of interesting different games. Or field pieces.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one more medieval?
Yeah, that was the theme. Yeah, you were storming the castle.
I've probably asked this before, but not on stream, so I'm gonna do it again just for the clout that the stream is gonna give me.
Field
What are your thoughts on pierogies?
There are way more than this.
They're amazing.
Out there that we could think of.
I just made pierogies.
The chain one could probably be a field piece.
Yeah, you'd have like dangling chains, right?
Yeah.
Then again, the drive-through
Yeah, I would
wall.
do hay bales. Until you like desperately need food. Exactly. Actually.
Okay. All right. Any other last bits that we can think of here?
So 19
Somebody had
diamonds?
the paint idea, and so like a canvas.
That's enough for a full set of armor except the
some kind
helmet.
of canvas to paint on, right?
How would you know that? Like, how do you do so much math?
Anything else? Can we look at these
So
robot
it's
actions? Think what kind of
9 times 2
what kind of
plus
field
1,
would these things need to happen in?
which is 18 plus 1, which is 19.
Kind of like a floating
Because it's
where the robot starts on
it's
like
24
a high place
to
like
make a full
battlefield or
set, so I
something.
just did. That's
Like a
5 that you
hanging
don't
bridge.
have, so that's a helmet.
Maybe you could have like a second story, kind of.
So you know what I named it my son?
What?
Oh yeah, like tiers, like a two-storied field.
Yeah. I could
I think I've
incorporate
heard
the
that one.
driving under idea and the floating bridge idea.
You know, like the underwater, have your robot start up higher, where it
Oh
starts on
yeah.
maybe like a boat or something.
Ooh.
And then when you go down a tier, you're under the water doing those challenges.
Actually.
Yeah. You could have like a chain to climb up back onto the boat.
Yeah, it's like an anchor or something.
Neat.
Nice.
Okay. Pick up the apple, chain catching.
Oh, you could have the conveyor belt.
Yeah, that certainly would be a field element, right?
And the train.
That is completely
That
true.
definitely is where this goes. Sure. Conveyor belt or rollers.
Have like a sandy.
Alright, there we go.
Sandy, grainy
My room
terrain.
is now complete.
Have,
You
like,
can
the
feel free
pyramid
to come and look at what I have
as
done.
a field element.
Yeah.
Just because I need the clout of someone reacting to it.
Okay, you're annoying. Train. Sand. And or okay, so
I don't know.
sand, bad. Literal sand, not gonna happen.
Exactly.
That's way
Yeah.
But sand or something
But
that
it's a tad bit
simulates,
late
right?
for Christmas
That-
songs.
Yeah, like grainy.
Like a ball pit. It's just really large grained sand, right?
Yes.
What about like sand or like golf balls? Like a golf. What if we had a golf
Ooh.
ball pit?
Yes. Except,
Right, just really large grains of sand.
yeah.
Marbles, right?
You could have a desert theme.
I
Or
like
they're
the
all
little
like these
hut
and
you
then
sand
a
marbles.
pyramid.
at your mine.
Storm the
And then-
pyramid or something.
Then have like the giant cactuses as like
Yes.
objects in the way
Yeah.
that you have to dodge. Then maybe like autonomous mode could be just navigating through
Yeah,
the
we have
middle
plenty
and
of
like
time
around.
to make new stuff.
The
You
ball
can
pit,
collect
the
like different
sand.
treasures from the pyramid.
Yes, and you have to put them in
Yeah.
specific places on the wall.
Yeah.
So like if
I
you
did all
put
that
a
during the
certain
first stream.
treasure, if you take a certain treasure out,
It goes to
maybe
my
like
second room,
it'll be like Indiana
which
Jones.
this is
will
what I
set
did
off
during the
trap.
second stream.
Yeah, and you could have like specific shapes in the wall where if you get a certain like group of treasure, you'll get like an extra point or something.
I like traps. Like what
Like a
kind of
trap
trap?
down the robot or something.
Like what kind of traps could there be?
You could have like a net trap.
A little permanent,
Maybe
but
like
I like
Ow, the stairs ruin it. You
Or
can't make
maybe
it
like
down the whole
your
staircase.
human player has to stay still for like 10 seconds.
Ooh. Ice trap.
Okay, some kind of a human a human penalty. What about what if the trap dropped the sandstorm screen for your alliance for a second,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, so you have to
Right?
quickly switch on to your camera.
The net. What if the net
Yeah.
wasn't like a physical net? What if the net was that thing where somebody was talking about your robot got shut down?
Yeah.
Right? Oh no, they're caught
Oh,
in the
yeah.
net.
Yeah.
And then
Like
5
a
seconds
robot
later, they
search.
bring themselves to the net. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like a
Oh, this-
non-spike spike trap where it like pops up from the ground for like a couple seconds and then just goes back down.
Yeah, some kind of spike trap.
It kind of just like catches your robot for a quick minute.
What if like all the places
It didn't make
your
sense.
controls?
you could make it like if you're trying to score in a spot somewhere, a door shuts the spot.
I was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
jump on the tree so I could
The locked
watch.
room.
And then you have like balls shoot at you from different directions to just mess with
I
your
landed
robot.
on it and then I walked
Yeah.
off.
The arrow trap.
There we go. I'm balling. I'm totally cool, yo.
I like the storm the pyramid idea. With-
Sounds like Indiana
Totally didn't
Jones.
take me 3 tries.
Yeah.
Or the Mummy.
Have it
Mm.
a speed test.
Oh,
of
I
the
just
end
got a
game.
comment
Ooh, that you could
It's like you
From-
steal the
incorporate
treasure.
yeah, you
Carino
can
plays,
incorporate the
and
birds too.
they said, "Can I join?"
We can score
LOL.
points with our sponsors if you can relate any of these to Star Wars.
If you can what?
Relate any of these to Star Wars.
Star Wars? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Are
It
we
should
Star
be in the
Wars themed
description.
forever though?
Yeah.
No, I don't
That'd be
know
nice.
we are. Well, I mean, this game's theme wasn't Star Wars, really.
Mandalorian
But
theme
Indiana
next year.
Jones.
Absolutely was. I mean, the game itself is just a game, but the theme, the story being
Or a
told
cool gal.
around it
I'm
is set in the
inclusive.
Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
We're putting the shields up to stop from the
I know, I'm kidding.
asteroid storm or something.
Alright.
That diving board looks cool.
Other cool field elements before we wrap up.
I said the diving board
I
looks
think this
pretty
has been
cool.
awesome. I think we have a lot of things to talk about next time we meet. I think we do need to meet probably more often than every Friday.
Well, and I think people need to have specific tasks to work on in the meantime. The work can't just happen at the meetings.
Do you have suggestions? Because I can't really think of how to divide that up.
Well, at this stage, it's a little bit difficult. You know, one thing we always struggle with is, well, we struggle with getting the initial focus, right? And then we struggle with drilling down deep enough into all our options to kind of pick the best one. So
converging is what they call it.
If anyone does watch this, if you go in the description,
because we got a lot of really good
there's
ideas.
a link that says join Supdograinbarff's Discord server, second to bottom.
Have everybody, I'm just throwing things out here. You can start culling the list, right? Because there's some things that are practical matters.
Yes, and that is where you can
join
up
anything
and
that's going to leave a
where
mess
we
on the
can
field.
bring you into the
It's gotta be
server.
cleaned up. This is not going to fly. Anything that's going to be a safety hazard is not going to fly.
Fun fact, that's actually how
anything that's
Albie
going
got
to be,
added.
require too complex field or field elements, it's not going to work. And I guess I'm thinking the things are going to be high maintenance and low reliability. I'm thinking of we talked about having little robots running around the field to capture something like that. I don't think they would ever do that just because they'll get destroyed and broken and interfere with the game. So one thing we could do is we could start calling the list. I'm just throwing out ideas here. Another way to generate ideas and generate inventions is with a randomizer, right? You could take that big list and you could put it in a
dedicated
randomizer
exclusively to the Poopy Butt SMP.
Ideally, you might have a game piece, a field element, and a theme, and a task or something.
Yes, his channel
So the
is called
randomizer
Poopy
might
Butt.
say, plastic fish and zip line, and, whatever, and putting things in a hole within a
Link in the description if you want to subscribe to him.
I'm just that's one way to go about it. So we need to start trying to put these elements together and think this. And none of us know, I think right now, what the best ones are. Part of it depends on what you do with them, right?
Yes, absolutely.
One thing everybody could just go through and look through this list, find the things that interest you, and see if you can
picked up all the crops and then replanted
piece
them
together a game from that.
because they were fully grown.
I'm gonna tell you what. There are probably
Not all the wheat, but the
really good
potatoes, carrots, and beetroots were.
Right. We just gotta find one. I'm looking through this stuff, and
I have
I
too
can
much
think of a
nether wart
lot
now. I have like 4 stacks in my
really
chest.
cool stuff that we've never done before. That is kind of within the wheelhouse of a high school robotics competition. It's
No, you can't.
It's kind of like if you ever, I can't remember the name of the sculptor. I heard a sculptor interviewed one time. They're like, how do you come up with these amazing sculptures? He's like, well, no, the sculpture's already there. I just have to take away everything that's not the sculpture. Right. So I think in here there's an amazing game. We just got to slowly pare it down and take away the stuff that's not part of that amazing game. A little too squishy.
The Friday Zoom call.
A little too idealistic.
To be to only 8:30.
Well,
So I'm leaving. Isaiah.
Yeah.
Everything Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hold up, I might be able to make myself be heard better. Whoop. There we go.
Jesus Christ, I gotta turn your volume down on Discord now.
Yeah? You can hear me nice?
Yeah.
So can my viewers, let's go.
Perfect. I'm sad that that person left.
You're sad he left? Yeah, same.
We need more participants.
I just realized I made one of the tunnels one block too close to the other strip mine, but I'm keep going with it. Yeah, if we had more streamers, then we would have so much more clout. Easily.
I have links to your Poopy Butt and Bob's channels in the description.
Yeah, I have links to yours, Bob's, Poopy Butt's channel in the description.
And I have the Discord server, and I have a donation link if people don't care what happens with their money.
Yeah. Imagine using Streamlabs though.
If you want to buy me a cheeseburger.
Yeah, if you want to buy him a cheeseburger, go right ahead. You should set up like the donation thing.
I did.
Like the little you did?
I don't have the animation stuff, but I have a link set up.
Oh, you should set up like a little animation thing. I should be able to do that with regular OBS eventually.
I should, but that takes a lot of time and effort that I'm too lazy to do.
You know, you can never use too much redstone.
That is true. Although with our rule against automation, we don't need it as much as we would normally.
I mean, like, what do you mean by automation, basically?
So that was actually something Albie came up with. It means no, like, mob grinders, no automatic.
What about, like, zombie
things.
grinders? Since they're
You
so
can't.
not OP, the zombies and the skeletons.
No grinders for anything.
You know, grinders are the word for, like, the spawner spawn it, but you have to kill it, right?
Yeah.
You're allowed to make grinders because they just spawn them. I actually found diamonds again.
Yeah, but he means no, like, box around the grinder where it pushes them through water to a little gap that you can hit them in.
I mean, you can do that if you want. That's technically not automated. Isaiah.
Well, Albie's the one that made the roll.
Yeah, but it's not it's not automated. I think what he's thinking about is the automated mob grinder, you know, where it automatically kills it without you. If you're the one who kills it, it's fine.
I think he was going for what they have in the Dream SMP when they're not allowed to do that.
No, the Dream SMPs, they're allowed to make mob grinders where they kill the mobs themselves. Like, you're not allowed to make iron farms in the Dream SMP, but you're not allowed to make automatic farms either. Like, the fishing thing. The automatic fishing AFK thing. Can you sleep? You're also not allowed to make automatic crop farms and stuff. Yeah, please sleep. There's a skeleton. Yeah. There was a skeleton with full armor and an enchanted bow. He's still there.
Just taking some screenshots of my room so I can send it to Archer so we can see what he's missing out on.
I have 2 blocks and 5 diamonds. So that's enough for a full iron set of armor, right? Hold up, I'll look it up. How many diamonds in a set of armor? 24, yeah. I have enough for a full armor set, Isaiah.
Heck yeah.
But I'm not stopping there. I'm gonna keep on with my iron set until I get, like, full tools. Because, you know, I want to be able to enchant... You know what? Can you get the... I know Dream SMP does have this one add-on plugin where it keeps the enchantments when you upgrade it to netherite.
I thought they made that a thing in 1.16.3.
Did they?
I thought they did.
Does upgrading to netherite keep enchantments?
Let's ask Google.
Oh, they will carry over now.
Yeah.
And that was on the 24th of September, so that must have been just an update I wasn't paying attention. I've had 2 playbacks so far.
Yeah, that was 16.3.
Nice.
Honestly, I didn't pay attention to 0.3 or 0.4 because they were just bug fixes and stuff.
I mean, 0.3 did add some stuff. They should have a block of rotten flesh.
They should let you cook rotten flesh into leather.
No, they shouldn't have a block for rotten flesh, so you can make it easier to store your rotten flesh. Because it's a commodity.
Oh yeah, total commodity.
Yeah, dinner, Isaiah.
Not me, that was Zachary. That's my brother, I already got my pierogies.
The only experience I've had with Zachary's are their bitches. No offense to...
I will tell you right
so,
now
my friend
that
Zach...
you're not wrong.
My friend Zach literally stopped being my friend. I thought we were cool. But he stopped being my friend because one time he called me gay and I was like, dude, I'm not gay. And he thought that I was just being, like, too over offensive and dramatic and stuff. He was like, what? And then I exposed the time. Then I made fun of him when the times that he was being kind of gay. Because, you know, in my experience, Zachary's, lots of the time they don't think before they speak.
That is very true.
We also
Any
called
Zachary's
him
watching
Zach,
it. I hate to...
Any Zachary's watching, please subscribe, then you'll be smart again.
Any Zachary's watching, I'm so sorry that your parents chose that name to give to you. You should be ashamed of your parents.
Isaiah?
Yeah?
What if you have children and your wife decides to name it Zachary?
We're not naming them Zachary. We've already gone over potential names.
What if you had children and they said they were gay? Would it be adoption time for...
orphanages were made for.
It would be adoption time for other family.
Yes.
No offense to gay people, but like...
No offense to gay people.
It's hard
just
to
as long
raise
as...
gay children, at least from what I've heard.
Okay, anyone watching, I don't mind if you're gay, as long as you're not tainting my bloodline with that.
Yeah. Like, as long as you're not being a heathen, or a heretic, which kind of already are by being gay. Just don't be over heresy, you know? Don't give us more than enough heresy. Oh yeah, I was going up to get the cobble. I mean, not cobble, what? I mean, I was going up to get coal. I have so much extra cobble, Isaiah. I've made so much progress on my strip mines.
I remember on the Xbox 360 version, there used to be an achievement for filling a whole double chest full of cobble.
There was?
Yeah. I remember because I got it, and then my brother just took a stack of cobble out of the chest and put it back in, and it gave him to him too.
That's actually kind of funny.
It hurt my soul. Ew, why do I have a poppy in my room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Everyone knows poppies are stinky, and the real best flowers are cornflowers.
The best flowers were roses when they were still around, like the small ones.
Yes.
Hey,
Roses were great, and poppies are stinky.
No, you know what's better?
Are the best.
What's better than cornflowers are dandelions. Not because of the looks, but because of what you can do. For just one dandelion, you can make mushroom stew, except if you add the extra dandelion to the mushroom stew, you get yourself regen mushroom stew, suspicious stew. You know, speedrunners actually use this in the nether to regen.
I actually didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I already have one suspicious stew with it. You know, Isaiah, should I start a mushroom farm?
I don't see why not. Mushrooms are always useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up how to do it. Hold up. How to make a mushroom farm Minecraft.
Okay, to everyone watching, don't tell Albie.
I want to dig down 7 blocks, make a room 7 by 5. Well, not PE mushroom farm. Java. That's from 2011.
Imagine looking up something from Minecraft PE.
Yeah, like, that's cancer. Okay, I'll do light level between 8 and 12.
I think you can see the light level on the F3 menu somewhere.
Okay, Isaiah. I'm gonna go to sleep and I should be able to make a mushroom farm. Mushroom farm? Suspicious stews.
Oh yeah, you can see the light level.
Yeah, you should... Isaiah, you should be able to stack stew. Because they're making it to where you can stack potions in the next update.
Are they?
Yeah. They're updating combat to where you can stack potions to 16. They're making it to where you could spam click swords again. But if you but if you charge it up, you get a more powerful attack. So you get full attack damage if you spam swords, but if you charge it up, you get even more attack damage. Or like a special attack.
So basically it's gonna go back to just everyone spamming. Because no one's gonna bother charging it up.
Well, at least that's what I'm thinking they said. I'm not sure. I didn't exactly read the update notes. That's what I found from the one video they made on it.
I'm gonna look into it after this stream.
Yeah, but either way, it looks like they're getting combat better than it's ever been, from what I saw. I'm not exactly...
I don't know, 1.9 plus has been pretty great.
I mean, I personally do like the 1.8, even though it's spamming, because I have high CPS, but not only that, but like, it's just easier to just keep spam clicking, you know?
That's exactly why I prefer this one. I'm fine with 1.8 combat, but I prefer the not easierness.
I mean, it's only easier for the people with high CPSs, though.
The thing that's gonna
Which
be
is
really
even better.
The thing that's gonna be really interesting is that they're gonna have.
Wait, no! I threw the chicken egg too far and it spawned a baby. Hold on.
Is that they're gonna be including spam clicking and shields in the same update, and that is gonna be interesting.
Hold on. Where's my baby chicken? Where's my baby chicken? Come here, baby chicken. Come here, baby. Okay, I made it to where the baby chicken
cow
was.
and I murdered it instead of putting it in our pen.
That's not very nice of you.
I didn't even think about it until afterwards when I saw the steaks in my inventory. But I'm interested in how they're going to balance spam clicking against shields. Because if it is the way it is now and they're doing...
Oh yeah, they're also nerfing shields a little. They're nerfing it to where, like, shields have a cooldown or something, I think. And they don't completely block out all the damage, at least from what I think, which is bullshit. Like, I want them to be able to block out all the damage. But I'm pretty sure that they're having it to where it can block out all the damage, but if it's fully charged, and if it's not fully charged, then it only blocks out some.
That sounds interesting.
And that would be cool. I'm hoping that's what they said. Oh wait, I was going back up for the torches. That's why I came back up here. I was doing a whole routine of random stuff when I didn't even realize what I wanted to do. So Isaiah, have you seen my strip farm? Strip mine? How many I've done so far? Come back down.
I saw it when you had 3.
Yeah, come back down.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Each one is a full durabilities length.
If I die, I'm gonna be mad because I have so many levels.
I have 23 levels.
I accidentally fell instead of dropping, but I still got the clutch, so I'm counting it. I have 22.
Calm down.
I'm coming.
I have more than 3. I think I have 10 so far. It looks like it's the point where you can't even see the other end. Unless... Where are you? Isaiah, where are you?
I'm coming down right now.
Really? Oh, I barely saw your name tag.
Yeah, I'm still near the top.
Still near the top. Ugh. 4,
I made a stop at our
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.
Exactly 10.
Yeah. Look how far each one goes.
That looks like a whole iron pickaxe length.
It is.
I definitely didn't know that already.
It's been worth it. I've been finding either diamonds each vein or every other vein, basically.
Nice, that's a really efficient way to get diamonds then.
Yep.
I'm just too lazy to do that.
Remember that time you got the X-ray on the realm?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Wait, hold up. What did I get X-ray of the realm? What?
You did. Remember?
No.
Earlier in the realm, you just got one because you wanted to test it out. An X-ray
Oh, yeah.
texture pack.
I downloaded an X-ray texture pack because I wanted to see what it actually looked like. I didn't actually use it to get anything, though.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, on that realm, I did happen to use it for, like, only 2 diamonds.
How dare you?
It was 2 diamonds, Isaiah. And the realm's dead, pretty much. I never use the X-ray anymore, because it's more fun to strip mine.
I was admin of that realm.
I mean, I only got 2 diamonds.
I'm disappointed in you.
Well, I only used that X-ray texture pack twice, until I found out X-ray glitch that I discovered at 2v2t. The one that Bob is not able to pull off, remember?
Yeah.
That's
Bob,
funny, though.
No, not Bob. Archer tells Ernius that I miss my brother Xerneas.
Oh, me brother, me brother. Yeah. I got 8 gold. I am barely getting any gold compared to diamonds. Which is surprising if you think about it.
I think gold has a higher spawn location than diamonds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it spawn around like 30?
Oh, that might be why.
I don't actually know. That's just a completely random
spawns. It spawns down here though.
I think it's more common, a bit higher up though.
Probably.
I'm not sure though. I don't know.
I know it's much more common in the whatchamacallit areas. You know?
It's very common in ravines.
Yeah. We should make an apple farm.
We should, so we can get golden apples.
Yeah.
And he says E.
E?
Mm-hmm.
He says E. Tell him I said E. Also tell him to watch my stream. Or your stream. Tell him to watch one of the streams. So, you know, I'm literally advertising my YouTube channel by, like, going on Hypixel, but, like, not really. I'm just playing bridges, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm streaming. And they're like, oh, nice. What's your channel name? I'm like, Supdograinbarff, and then they're like, okay, I'll check it out. And that's always really cool.
Do any of them actually end up subscribing?
I mean, yeah, you saw the other dude the other night, remember? The one I was
That is
streaming
true.
with. Plus, that's
Alec?
how I found Albie.
That's true.
Isaiah, what's your opinion on women?
Like singular woman?
No, just woman.
I don't understand the question.
You seem like the type of person to have all the women.
I can promise you I do not. Oh, another zombie villager. Let me slaughter it.
Yeah, that's probably true. You seem like the type of person who hadn't had a girlfriend in high school.
I had a girlfriend throughout all of high school.
Ugh. To be honest, I can't. You.
Well, considering it's
I'm
my
in
fiancé and she was my
I'm in
first girlfriend.
freshman, and Ruby's my first girlfriend, and she's still my girlfriend. So, yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
not.
because-
Yeah, I'm still freshman.
Considering she was my first girlfriend and we're engaged now, I don't think you can throw out that.
Is she a weirdo?
No.
No, I mean like a weirdo in the sense that she doesn't have very many friends, kind of like you.
Yes.
Ah, that makes sense. You see, Isaiah, what I figured out is the less friends people have in a relationship, the more likely the relationship is to succeed.
Archer said to tell
Because
you
they'll
that
be
he always
scared
watches
of
your
breaking.
streams.
They'll be scared of breaking up because they don't want to be lonely. Isaiah,
Okay,
can you sleep?
anyone watching this, I can't because I'm in a ravine right now. But anyone watching this, do not listen to what Xerneas just said. That is horrible
I mean,
advice.
if you don't have friends,
That is horrible
then
advice.
you
Never,
don't want to be lonely. It's true. If you don't have many friends, you don't want to be lonely.
never
can
think about it like that.
I bet that's how it works.
That is a horrible way of thinking of it.
Yeah, but it's not wrong if it's right, you know? What I always say.
But it is wrong.
Since when? I mean, it's wrong in morals, but it's not wrong in, like, actual sense.
I would still say it's wrong.
But to be honest, Isaiah,
In actual
since you
sense,
never...
women shouldn't have any friends because they should be in the kitchen all day making you food.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
but
true,
in
he
actual
says.
sense, Isaiah, you are literally living example of what I was speaking of, because you barely have any friends, right?
Yes, but that's by
And
choice.
if your wife doesn't have your fiance doesn't have very many friends, right?
Yes.
If you don't have very many friends, and you haven't broken up, it's just proof that I'm saying if the less friends you have, the less likely you are to break up. You know? At least, not the less friends you have, but the less friends each person in the relationship has. You know?
I still disagree.
You would.
I don't think friends have anything to do with it.
I think they do.
It's not the thought of being alone afterwards that I don't like, it's the thought of spending my life without her.
That's true.
Specifically.
That's the thing, though. The more popular the people are, the more women they have, you know? Like, Chad, though. Chads, they don't care if they wake up because they're Chads. Chads, salute to the Chads. Gotta say that. Chads are the true heroes of our nation, Isaiah.
I disagree, I think that's kinda icky. Anyway, Archer says he's watching your stream right now.
What do you mean? What do you mean? The Chads? It would be great to be a Chad, you know? Chads, they literally have enough woman phone numbers to make a whole phone book.
You're saying you'd rather be a Chad and have any woman than
No, I'm saying
Ruby?
I respect the Chads.
I'm getting chased by creepers right now. I just got a comment and I'm trying to read it, but I'm being chased by
actually
creepers.
respectful, though.
Yeah, she seems
To
to
me. Because, like, you know...
Um...
Isaiah, you know, like, my personality, right?
Yeah.
Most women get annoyed with it. And that's... Ruby doesn't care. She knows how to deal with bullshit.
I can see that. I just got a comment by Snoopy Guys YouTube. Said, "Can me and my friend join?" If you go in the description, there's a link to a Discord server that's Supdograinbarff or Xerneas, the guy I'm playing with.
Yep.
Server, and there
we
he
can
has a process where you can get
interview
approved.
you pretty much, and you can become one of the main boys and be in our streams. And we'll be sure to let you guys join if you're cool dudes. Look, just gotta eat some chicken. Love me the chicken. Anyways, yo, what's up, my brother? My brother, Archer, my brother. My brother, Archer, my Chad, my brother. Oh yeah, if Isaiah, your chat doesn't know, whenever I say my brother, I'm referring to Archer.
Yes,
that's a thing. That's a thing we do. We both do Indian accents when I say my brother.
Diamond.
We also say the lime in the coconut. You put the lime in the coconut.
Oh, only one.
Anyways, I'll check out. They haven't joined the server. Are they still viewing?
No.
They're like, it's too much work. It's too much work.
I have to click a link.
Yeah. At least they got views, though.
At least I get the clout.
Yeah, at least you get the clout.
Which then gets you clout.
You know, the past 28 days, I've had over 1,000 impressions on YouTube.
I haven't even checked my impressions yet. I'm sure since the start
The time
of
I made
the
that
SMP,
porn spam bot link video, that
I mean,
video
obviously
had 10,000 impressions.
Obviously, that's the most viewed one.
Yeah, but it had 10,000 impressions. It's epic.
What the heck are you crunching?
Isaiah, silverfish.
You found a silverfish?
No, I didn't just find a silverfish. It's near one of those monster spawners, I'm guessing. That's why there's so many silverfish trying to kill me.
Oh. That means you're near a stronghold.
No, that's not. It also happens near mob spawners.
Oh, I actually didn't know that part.
Yeah, but it only happens in near certain mob spawners, I think. But I don't care, I'm not looking for a mob spawner. More diamond. Let's see if I can
found a
finish
single
off.
diamond.
Nice. One better than none, you know?
I'd rather get 8
Let's
though.
see, I have... So far I have 24 diamonds, that's enough for a set, right? Then I have 6 more, which is enough for a sword, a pickaxe, and a hoe. I think, let's see, a pickaxe and an axe. So yeah, sword, pickaxe, and hoe it looks like. No, a sword, pickaxe, and shovel.
Oh my god, there's so many mobs here.
Where
There's
is...
4 zombies waiting for me.
So Isaiah.
And a baby
green
zombie.
Screen. Always put my green screens up for my Zoom classes.
You have a green screen? Okay, 5 normal zombies and 2 baby zombies just waiting for me around the corner.
What?
6 zombies, 1 with an iron sword, and 2 baby zombies just waiting for me around the corner.
Had the
I
babies.
officially have the worst luck with mobs.
Especially creepers. Oh man.
Especially, I just, like, 2 minutes ago in my stream, I had 3 creepers.
Yeah.
In a single
He's
room.
literally the creeper magnet. You know when creepers fall on top of you in caves? That's Isaiah. He's a prime example. He's like the poster family for prime victims of South creeper bombing.
I think I'm dead.
You are? Clutch it, Isaiah.
I just did on accident.
You clutched
My
it?
mob luck just helped me. My horrible luck with creepers just saved my life. I am so happy I caught that on stream.
That's of the boys. It's true though. He has horrible luck with creepers.
It broke my shield, but that was beautiful.
Yep.
I didn't even know how many things were on me, but there were skeletons and zombies, and there was an enderman going after me because I accidentally looked at it apparently. So I was just holding my shield up in a corner while all of them were on top of me, and I thought I was dead, so I was pressing the button to take a screenshot of my cord so I could go back there. And right then a creeper dropped down on me and blew all of the mobs up and destroyed my shield.
That is a GG.
That is the luckiest I have ever been in my life with the mobs.
That's what I call the big GG.
Christ himself has descended upon me.
Wouldn't that be gay?
I said descended, not...
He only descends upon the land though, not the people.
Also, it's not gay if it's Jesus.
No, that's true. He is Jesus. I'm pretty sure everyone would want that.
Judas, on the other hand, that was definitely gay.
Yeah, that's Judas. No one would want that. Oh yeah, I still got more eggs.
That skeleton has an enchanted bow. It had power 2.
Nice. Did you get the bow?
Yeah, I got the bow. It had power 2.
Nice.
Oh my, and there's another skeleton right up there with gold pants.
My brother's talking about being underappreciated by mom. Maybe he deserves
And my
it.
sword just broke.
Maybe he deserves it.
Mom, don't leave! Mom!
Jesus Christ. Just barely enough stuff to make a new shield. And I need to make a new sword.
My dad's like, what the hell is your problem? That's what I'm thinking.
Does your kid have some sort of degenerative disorder?
My
Your
kid? You
your
mean
brother.
my brother?
your kid brother.
If it was my kid, I would have gotten him baptized.
He sounds like he needs one.
Yeah. He does.
He needs a baptism, but they just let him drown.
I wouldn't go that far. My brother's a nice kid. He's just also a jerk. He's like...
I just burnt my crafting
He's
table.
like... He's a typical 8-year-old, I guess.
I don't
Which
know,
is...
Bob isn't that bad.
Well, but progressively, generations of children are getting, like, worse and worse, you know?
That is completely true.
In their actions.
I have a new
Okay,
shield.
I'm gonna go get all my seeds and prepare to feed the chicken the seeds.
Okay. Okay, that one just spawned behind me. What the heck? Unless it dropped down from above to kamikaze me.
Anyways, I'm gonna go check what art my Chad friend, yes? Oh, he left though, he left. That's sad.
See, my streams should be used for evidence for Dream's case of if I can get the worst RNG luck ever for monsters, then he can definitely get the best RNG luck.
That is true. Isaiah does literally have the worst luck. And I'm not
It is
even...
possible. Technically, the numbers for me to get that are 1 in 5 trillion.
Yeah.
Actually, with how much more...
Oh yeah, I was gonna make a farm for the thing.
With how much more varied the monster spawning in general is than just trades, it's probably even higher than that.
That's true.
And yet, it always happens without fail.
For what? You being unlucky?
Me getting the worst monster luck ever.
Yeah. Now let's get me some chicken. I'm gonna make a mushroom farm connected to my own base. That's gonna be legit. That was legit. You remember that meme, Isaiah, do you?
Unfortunately.
I thought it was kind of funny. Sounds like something a cringy young child would say.
Doesn't something I would hear your brother say in the background.
I wouldn't be surprised if you said that. Seems like the type of that was legitness kid, you know?
Yeah.
Typical Xerneas stereotypes, you know? There are the that was legitness children, and then the other children. Boom.
Yes, those are the only 2 types of children.
Well, then there are the children who haven't been baptized, who aren't legitness, like Bob. Like, not even Bob would say that was legitness.
I wasn't baptized.
Yeah, I know. I can see it in your actions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a joke. No offense to the people who are not Christian and have not been baptized. My parents have said they regret not baptizing Liam, though. I don't blame them.
I can see why. He has clearly been possessed by Satan himself.
I think it's something stronger than that. I think if, like, cocaine was a
But he's
demon...
been actually possessed by Mexican Satan. He's been possessed by Diablo.
Wait, is that racism I hate? Cancel! Cancel! Man, my stream hasn't been getting much views.
Mine's getting surprisingly not many views, but I've gotten surprising engagement.
I've had decent engagement.
Most of the people, I think almost everyone who's actually viewed my stream today has commented.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. But what's not surprising is that you can save 15% or more by switching 15 minutes or less.
I almost died because the zombie just broke my pants.
1, 2... Isaiah? Is there something you're not telling us?
No.
You having sex with zombies?
No, I was molested actually. His name was... He was an old
Isaiah,
bastard.
we all know it's not rape unless... If you don't... I mean, if you like it, Isaiah. That's the old saying, Isaiah. It's not rape if you like it.
No only means no if you don't end up screaming yes by the end of it.
What? I think Isaiah's went a little crazy. Okay.
Okay, I'm having the opposite issue you were having. I'm finding tons of gold and no diamonds.
Really? Don't go in my mine shaft, by the way.
I am not. I am far away. I have 44 gold and 1 diamond.
It will lose its magical diamond power if heathens
I don't
go
want
in it.
your magical diamond. I'm not a heathen.
Yeah, but I know some people who are. Bob.
Bob is definitely a heathen.
Yep. Now, theoretically...
Yeah, I just mined into a river.
So if you're able to place the mushrooms down, it's low enough light level for them to spread.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need 6.
I was playing with Bob earlier. We were playing in the forest, and then his dad started calling for him to get his schoolwork done, and then he just left.
Really? That's funny.
Ow. I just got creeped.
Well, should I place the mushrooms on dirt?
Dirt is usually your best bet. Unless you got some mycelium hidden somewhere.
I wish. No, it works on rocks, apparently.
You can place it on stone?
Yeah, you can place it on stone.
Oh, I thought it just grew on stone sometimes.
Okay, that's low enough light level for me to do it.
I just caught myself on lava.
What?
Come with this whole ravine and not a single diamond. This ravine is too high for diamonds, that's why.
Almost high like you when you were snorting. Nah, I'm just gonna do this stone. I need more brown mushrooms. We'll get the brown mushrooms later, I guess.
I got one red mushroom from one of the caves I went through.
Nice. I have an abundance of red mushrooms. Because if you didn't know, the red mushroom, the big red mushrooms give you more mushrooms than the big brown mushrooms. That sounds a little sus. Big brown mushrooms.
Yeah, because the red ones are rounded, so they have more blocks.
Yeah, I know, but the word big brown mushroom sounds sus, Isaiah.
We all know you have a mushroom schlong.
What? What type of mushroom?
Shiitake.
What?
Shiitake.
Shiitake mushroom.
Yep.
I'm looking it up. Boy, nah. Isaiah, when we were talking about pee-pee length the other day, and you were like 5 inches is a respectful length.
I did not say that. I said 5 inches is the average length.
Ah. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say I look down to people who have 5 inches.
Well, considering the fact that I am 19 and you are 15,
Yeah,
I am not discussing pee-pee with you. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
going to a
I'm gonna
Turkish
look
prison.
down to you. 'Cause you're a nerd. In general, I look down to nerds. Nah, that's a joke.
You look down on yourself then.
Okay, Google, how long does it take for a mushroom to grow?
You're gonna get some varied answers there.
What?
You might want to specify in Minecraft. Otherwise, you might be getting some contact from the popo.
It takes a couple hours, apparently.
Yeah, mushrooms are really slow for farming.
Kinda like you.
In what way does that work as a roast?
You're slow. That's decent. Okay, I'm just gonna go AFK real quick as I go get some water. Okay, I'm back. Got me some water. Oh shoot, there's a creeper right outside my house. Well, I'm gonna get outside and run. 'Cause that's the best thing to do when there's a creeper stalking you from the outside. And I also plan on never, ever getting my stuff blown up. Hey, Mr. Chickens, I got a bunch of seeds for you nerds.
I'm back.
Yeah, I just caused an amount of server lag by putting more chickens.
I used that opportunity to grab a ginger ale when you left.
Nice. You know why I'm cooking chicken instead of, like, the other foods?
Why?
Chicken nuggies.
That is true. You gotta rename your chicken every time actually to chicken nuggets before you eat it.
Nah. I already have the dino nuggies.
They should let you turn chicken into
Nuggets.
nuggets.
I hope they add that.
They should give
But
you
you have to have
nuggets,
like
you get
a
half of them for
special like crafting table. No, there's like the fleshing table and stuff.
each. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have like a nugget table.
The only issue with that is that they said they're not adding any more foods unless they can think of something unique for it.
Well, I mean, if they're adding goats, what if they added the new food?
I don't know, I think a lot of the rules that they give themselves are kind of dumb.
They should add the Aether.
They should. A lot of the
And
rules
I'm hoping they did. They literally hired the dude who made the Aether. So like, why not?
Hi, Creeper.
I'll continue
Like
strip mining tomorrow and then go to the nether after I get enough.
One of the rules they force upon themselves is that they won't add anything, like any dangerous stuff that's not able to be controlled by the player. Which I think is kind of dumb.
Natural disasters?
Yeah, they're specifically
that's
talking
dumb.
about volcanoes. They said they're not going to add volcanoes because
Like,
they can't think of a
add
way the player would control a volcano.
add the volcanoes, but like, don't have them erupt. That'd be dumb. Just add the volcanoes with the lava inside. Easy.
Yeah, because I saw an interview for the 1.17 update where they were talking about volcanoes. They were like, we're not going to add volcanoes because if we add volcanoes, they have to erupt, and if they erupt, people are going to get mad, and
Yeah, you
it's got
don't-
to be controlled by the player.
You don't have to have the erupt. It's literally just
I think
a
it's
sandbox.
fine if they have them erupt, like in a small area around it.
I don't even. I wouldn't want them to erupt, but I would want them to be there because easy lava.
But at the same time, I don't see the problem with events that happen randomly. It's Minecraft. Most of the game is based off of RNG.
That is true.
If you build near a volcano, that'd be incentive to not build out of wood.
Yeah.
Would give people a reason to actually use other materials.
Yeah, wood looks good for certain things, but like,
So
not.
many people just get comfortable using just wood.
Yeah, you can't build a house out of just wood though. That's sus. You gotta use at least some stone in there. Have some stone in your diet.
Stone bricks have become my preferred building block.
I like stone bricks. Stone bricks or like the smooth stone.
Yeah, smooth stone is good too.
Anyways, I got to leave. So I'm just gonna go back up, put my stuff away from mining. Make 3 more pickaxes for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, for some other day, I guess. Set an alarm because I have to do some robotics. And yeah, we'll be pretty legit.
Alright, then I'll probably end up ending my stream soon too.
Yeah,
It's getting kinda long.
that's what she said.
Yeah, 3.5 hours already. Wow.
You'd be surprised at mine. Mine is 3 minutes 32 seconds, so it's not that much longer, I guess.
It's 3:27, so you started 5
Let's
minutes
hope.
before me.
It's a little sad.
I guess I can just build it into one of these caves slightly and end it in a cave and start off the next episode with a bang. Add some tension.
I want the mushrooms to grow a lot. Because you know, when the mushrooms grow, will be so good. If we ever find the mushroom biome, that would be good.
Wait a minute. This is where I came from.
Anyways, I gotta go, people. See you in the next video or stream or whatever. Bye.